But someone did something somewhere along the line to open that door just enough to give you a shot.
Yeah.
And then you better have the fucking balls, the discipline, the consistency, the track record, etc. Because when you kick that fucking door in and you say, I'm here, people are going to expect a certain level of something.
That's another
And if
thing.
you don't bring it, that door will shut real fucking quick. And then that bitch gets fucking slated closed, welded shut with big fucking barriers on it. And you never get back in that room. So everyone wants to kick the door in and go, I'm here for a fucking opportunity. And they've got no track record to justify why they should get that opportunity in the first place. And they've burnt bridge after bridge after bridge. And those same people are in business after business after business after business after business after business. And they never ever fucking stick anywhere. They always have a new network that they're fucking playing in because they've got a track record of fucking shit up.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Purpose Over Pleasure with your host, Alex Payne. And today we have a very special guest. Not everybody makes it the second time on my podcast, but some savage motherfuckers, like the one sitting with me today, made it here again. Mr. Byron Ovenstone.
Appreciate you having
Welcome,
me, my
brother.
brother.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Man, I feel like it hasn't been a year. It's been less than a year, but shit, so much has changed, man. I mean, here we are today, bro.
Yeah.
In
It was
the new
actually
studio.
January 1st we recorded the first one.
That's right.
It was the day after
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. I worked out and then I came straight to LA.
Yeah. But it was a smaller studio. It wasn't as fancy. Things were different.
There's levels to this game.
Yeah, there's
dude.
levels to
You're
this game
crushing.
for sure. Yeah. No, it's crazy. Thank you. Thanks for being here, man.
Appreciate it.
Bro, speaking of changes, like, we're just talking about so much shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just in 1 year, less than a year, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. People dropped off. People came on board.
Mm-hmm.
Some people's true faces showed. You
It's
know,
inevitable.
it's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, some stay. Some
Yeah.
people just stay, you know.
Well, I heard Ed Milet say one time that people are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And it rings true over and over and over again. So I don't get too attached to anything anymore. I'm like, hey, man, you're going to be here for either a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And if you're here for a lifetime, I'm fucking for it. If you're not, we're going to take what we need to take from this encounter and we're going to bounce our separate ways. It is what it is.
Season, reason, lifetime, yeah. Why do you think we have people sometimes that teach us certain lessons in life?
I think you get to a point where, like, there's certain lessons that you have to learn. If you're clear in what you want from this game called life, and you understand where you're going, there is levels that you have to go through. There is trials, tribulations, tests, and I think certain people come into your life just to put those on you, and you have to then be okay with the outcome of that situation.
Yeah.
And once that outcome comes true and true fruition, and you pass that test, now you're ready for the next level. Similar to like gaming, right? You don't just meet the boss of the game stage one and it's finished.
Yeah.
You've got to level up your character and
Yeah.
whatever. Life's no different. So it's like, okay, this guy's here for a reason. He's going to teach me this skill set, or a season I have to learn this, or like a lifetime where you just get along with them. You kind of interact. You don't have to talk to them every day.
Yeah.
But once or twice a week, we check in, we say, what's up? Once or twice a month sometimes, like the length doesn't really matter. But it's like the people that then you just carry with you and you level up together, those are the ones that you stick with.
Dude, I 100% agree with you, man. And like I said, you don't have to talk to them all the time. Like the guys from the battle already, we're still friends. We're doing our own shit. We're still fucking crushing it, each in our own, industries. But we're still here. That's one thing. What do you think? We're gonna talk about the whole transformation that we had, and losing. I felt like I lost battle already, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in a second. What do you think we had in battle ready that held us together? Because, man, we've had some fucking solid guys.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's from the coaches, you, Nate, B, or was it us? Or was it 50-50? Because that was the shit. Like, battle ready was the shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a little bit of everything. We had a very clear understanding of who were our people and who weren't. And it was like, hey, dude, we will bring you into this ecosystem if you meet certain criteria. And if you don't, That's perfectly okay. There's other coaching programs out there. We're just not the one for you. And when you bring enough people together that are hungry, want to get more from life, are determined to leave a legacy, have potentially come from a broken background, but built themselves up to a point, and they're like, okay, dude, I've got to this level here and I feel good about it, but I know I have this level to get to. I need an army of dudes behind me to make this a reality. When you attract enough of those guys together, you can't not win. It's a similar kind of thing, like when we were driving to go and grab coffee, and you were talking about like the people you were surrounding yourself with, they're on another level, and that naturally just pulls your level up. It's the same shit. We just brought enough heavy hitters into a room because not everyone's going to get on with everyone. There was a bunch of battle ready people I don't talk to anymore.
Yeah.
You don't talk to anymore.
No.
But there's a core group of like 10 or 15 dudes that you've held true with, you've connected with, you stay friends with, because they're the ones that line up the most with you. And we just made it a good environment where it didn't matter your background, it doesn't matter your history or anything like that. All I give a fuck about is how you show up today. And are you doing what you said you were going to do? Because if you're not, then I need to coach you and I need to hold you accountable. And if you are, I'm just going to fucking basically pat you on the back and say, run the fucking play, dude.
Yeah.
And that was it. It wasn't babysitting. It wasn't holding hands. It was like, Alex, what do you want out of the next 90 days, 2 years? Cool. Reverse engineer it. Alex, I need you to do this, and this every single day.
It's that fucking simple, bro.
Right.
That's what it was.
Right. And then, oh, hey, dudes, we got a Facebook community or wherever you want to network with. Alex is here to achieve X, Y, Z. Who in this space does the same shit or has achieved these 3 things? And then you borderline like put them with a mentor or someone like that. And we didn't even have to do it in the end. It was just happening organically because we started that trend early in the program. And then by the time like you came into the ecosystem, you already just, once you joined the calls and we were talking about what everyone's going through, you naturally gravitated towards a certain number of people because they were already either where you want to go or they were on the same journey running the same plays. And then when you network with those people, and you don't want to be that arsehole that shows up and it's like, hey, Alex, what did you do last week? And you're like, fuck all. You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Especially in an ecosystem where everyone's fucking killing. And it's not just talk. Like, there's too much talk. It's, dude, like, here's the results. I mean, Adam bought a boat in like 6 months. His goal was to buy it in like 3 years.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck your 3 years, Adam. What do you need to do today to make that happen in 6 months? He's like, I need to do this, this, and this. Okay, run that play.
Yeah.
6 months later, boom.
Mike got shredded. Sean fucking got shredded and opened up his own gym. Speaking of which, shout out to Life by Design guys. Adam, Mike, and Shane. Oh, those guys are savages, and I'm glad they're carrying on the legacy sort of. So if you guys want to check them out, Life by Design, those guys will get you fucking nice and shredded and make you grow a pair of balls. Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, they're not just going to be like, yes, man.
No, fuck
There's
that.
enough of that shit.
And that's another thing, man. Like there was no fucking yes man or congratulations, you fucking hit your macros. It's like, no, get your shit together. Like, fuck. I remember like there was one call where you're like, I'm fucking tired of explaining to you guys how to eat your fucking food. Like, I'm trying to take you guys to the next level, but if you don't know how to eat your fucking food, like, how am I gonna take you to the next level? And so some people are gonna be fucking butthurt, and some people like me and Mike and Adam were like, yeah, motherfucker is right. Like, if I want to buy a boat, I better know how to fucking eat my macros. Or if I want to fucking join SWAT, I gotta know how to fucking train right.
Right.
So that was like organic.
Yeah. And then when you have enough of those guys together, they just attract a like group of people. And then before you know it, you've got 70, 80, 100 heavy hitting dudes. And then we have a call on a Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is stupid o'clock for most people.
That was the best.
But we have 50 people join a fucking Zoom.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, what are we doing in the next week to take us from here to here?
Bro, for the 5 a.m. on a Wednesday, for some reason, as early as that bitch was, that was the best call, man.
Yeah.
You knew who's there to win and who's there to fucking attend. Because there wasn't that many people on Wednesday calls at 5 in the morning.
But everyone that showed up was fucking winning.
Yeah.
Crushing.
Yeah. It's you were saying that yesterday on your story when you were ranting about that if you compared the regular men that go to a gym to men who are there at 5 in the morning on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, different caliber.
Yep.
Different caliber.
No one wants to be up at 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning or 5
Fuck.
o'clock on a Sunday.
Everybody's
It's easy to
gangster.
be up 5 a.m. on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
It's the start to your week. Everyone knows you start your week right if you start your Monday right. So everyone runs that play. So the caliber is like, the bar is there. I respect the people who show up on a Saturday morning at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. or like me, 3:30 a.m. Like this morning I rolled up, there was 2 people. 2. It's like, okay, we're here to fucking work. And no one's talking, dude. It's headphones on, head cap nice and low, hoodie up. We're here to fucking grind.
Yeah.
And then by 5 o'clock, when other people start dripping in, then it gets
Mhm.
a little bit more social and you chatting shit and whatever. But like 3:30, that's the time of
That's
workers, dude.
ungodly hour, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm not there
not
yet.
for everyone.
I'm not 3:30 yet.
I,
No.
It's not for Byron, but we have to run the play because there's
I
only so many hours in a day.
I stay up late, and so this bitch is not gonna work out for me. But hey, it also depends on like how much. What are you trying to get out of it? Like you got a whole army at home. You gotta get your shit done before your little mini army wakes up.
Yeah, by
I
6
don't
o'clock
have
the
that
day's
yet.
not mine, dude.
Yeah.
By 6 o'clock, everyone else has my time.
Yeah,
So from 3:30 till 6, it's Byron time.
that's crazy.
But also, like, this, I fucking hate social media for this shit, where it's like, oh, if you want to be successful, you have to wake up at 3 a.m. No, you don't, motherfucker. You can wake up at 8 a.m. It doesn't matter. The time that you wake up has no impact on the ability to be successful. It's what do you do with the hours that you are awake?
Mhm.
Because I know a lot of people who will wake up at 4 o'clock and will do fuck all until 7.
Yeah,
So all they did was waste 3 hours of their life doing nothing that moves the needle.
12-step fucking morning routine.
Right. Oh, Alex Hormozy or so-and-so says you have to wake up at this time and do this. Alex Hormozy is the same shit. He doesn't say wake up.
Yeah, he's like us.
He's like, wake up
He's
whenever
like,
fuck
yeah.
you want, do what you want as long as you
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, I
But
like
you
him
get all
for
these
that.
morning routine gurus who are going to
I
sell you
know.
their $9.99 fucking program of morning routine to be successful. Fuck them, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I can wake up at 8 o'clock and I can just go to bed at midnight and I'll be the same fucking guy. I just choose to wake up earlier because by 8 o'clock, the rest of my house is up and shit's going batshit crazy.
Yeah,
Like, so if I wake up at 3 or 3:30 and I'm in the gym by 3:40, 3:45, I now have that amount of time before 6 a.m., before the rest of my house comes alive, to do my shit.
fuck, man. I gotta do that when I have kids, huh?
Yeah,
Shit.
you'll figure it out. So it's like maybe yours is a recipe where you put them down and then you go to bed later and you work out after work. I just don't have the energy, dude. I'm a morning person.
Mm-hmm.
I know that about me. I've done enough work on me to know when I function my best. So I'm like, okay, I start my day with a win, get my fucking workout, and I beat my own ass because I'm a terrible human when I don't. Beat my own ass, and then I'm like, okay, cool. Get home at like 5:45, just before 6. Feed the dog, do my shit, and then by 6, the kids are awake, wife is awake. I go upstairs, I give them some love, get in the shower, leave the home by 7, grind. Come home at about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Hour and a half with the family, put them down. And then if I got work to do, I do more work. If I don't, I fucking go to sleep and I run the same play next day.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know about your wife, but like, dude, mine. Women, I don't think women understand what grind is. And I know where mine comes from, because I do the same shit, right? I wake up early, I work out, and the day starts, and then fucking my clients, some of them are East Coast, so I have to be up early sometimes, because these fuckers at 7 a.m., it's 5 a.m. here, or like, even earlier. And then by the time the day is over, then I have to go home to catch dinner with her. She needs to sleep early, because, women need more sleep. I put her to sleep, work again. And then she's like, well, you got to rest. You got to take care of yourself. You got to ground yourself. And she's got a point. Obviously, she says it with love and light. But this whole fucking work-life balance is a bunch of bullshit, dude. I think you can have work-life balance when you're at, like, B's level. Or, I don't know, maybe at my Led's level.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a CEO in every company, they're running the show, they report to you once a week. I'm not there yet. I don't know about you, bro. Like,
No.
it's fucking all hands on deck. It's like Saturday, it's Sunday. Like, right now it's Saturday, right? We're recording fucking barely past 9 in the morning. Half the shit is already done, right? And you go about your business. I'm gonna have to fucking stay here, do some business, and then probably catch dinner at night. Sunday, 5 a.m. workout, 8 a.m. church, and then the rest of the shit: meal prep, journaling, taking care of preparing for next week.
Yeah.
So fuck your fucking work-life balance, man. It's not for the 1%ers, for sure.
Yeah, I think you get to a point where you realize that also you learn more about yourself, right? I think there is such a thing as a work-life balance if that's what you want. You can make it happen. I can decide to only work 8 hours a day or 6 hours a day,
Mm-hmm.
but I also know the consequences of that on the other side. And so you get to a point where, like for me, I will be super productive for 8 to 10 hours in my business, and there will be no stone left unturned, dude. I will do whatever the fuck it takes to win. And then when I'm off, this is also why I now go into an office and I don't work from home, because I don't have an off switch at home. My office used to be upstairs and I'll just come downstairs. And now it's like, whoa, email, shit, fucking upstairs. And then it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm still running the play because I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
And then I'm also in work mode, which is where you've got your full suit of armor on, you've got your shield and your sword, and you're fucking battling, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone that tells you otherwise is full of shit or they're not successful. Because every single day we go to war.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is a zero-sum game. We were talking about this in this space specifically of what you do. Like, you're either winning or you're losing. There's no like, oh, I'm just surviving. It's like,
That's losing.
I win or lose, yeah. So it's like, okay, man, I'm at fucking war. And then I had no way of like disconnecting that Byron from Dad Byron. So then I would come downstairs and I still got my suit of armor on, my shield's up and my sword's out. And I'm like, motherfuckers, get shit done. And it's like, this is not Dad. So the 30-ish minutes, 45-ish minutes drive home, I get to like take my armor off and I get to chill out and cool off, reflect on my day. I send out a bunch of voice notes to set me up for success tomorrow. And then by the time I show up at home, I can put my phone on Do Not Disturb and I don't have to think about it until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning or 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. But you also get to a point where you have to earn the right to do that shit.
Yeah.
Because like you said, if you're not there yet, every hour that I decide not to work, if someone that's in my space is working and they're as productive as me in that hour, I'm losing.
Compound effect. Compound effect.
Like
Bro, what is it with pay your fucking dues, bro? Pay the man. You can talk about it, you can wish it, you can manifest it. This is what me and my wife always fucking clash heads. She's feminine energy, right? She's into manifestation. So
Of course.
I don't think it's all manifestation. You have to pay your fucking dues. Like the universe or God, they need to see you put in blood, sweat, tears, work, and ungodly hours, man. I feel like it. I don't know. What do you think?
I have yet to be able to sit in a room and meditate and become a millionaire.
Yeah, I don't know anybody. You tell me. I don't know
a single
anybody.
person.
Manifestation works.
I believe it 100%.
100%.
You have to see it in here first.
Yeah.
I see it in here, and then I do the relevant work to make it a reality. And this is what if we go back to Battle Ready or literally any of the coaching that I've ever done. It's, Alex, where do you want to be in 6 years from today, 5 years from today? What do you want to be 90 days from today? I want to do this. Describe it to me. Why is that important to you? Like tie emotion to it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, holy shit, I have the dream house, I have the dream car, I have the dream woman. Whatever the fuck it is, I make the $1 million.
Yeah.
You see it, you feel it. Because I believe you have to tie emotion to something, otherwise it's just a pipe dream and a wish.
Yeah.
Now there's some kind of like equity in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really like cash it out, but there's something
Emotional
that's tied
equity.
to it. Now I go, okay, Alex, well that seems important to you. What do you think it takes to get you from where you are now to that? And you already know. There's nothing you can tell me about what you want from this game called life that you don't know about.
Takes
You're like,
fucking
dude,
work.
if I want to make $1 million, I have to do this. I have to and onboard this many clients a week. I have to make this many calls. I have to do this much prospecting. I have to sell this much shit. Like, you know what it's going to take. I'm like, okay, cool, Alex. How do we make that part of your day-to-day life? Like, how does that become normal for you? How does that become Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday? And then, hey, Alex, run the fucking play.
You gotta attach emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to, I think it was Mel Robbins. She was saying we manifest shit wrong because when we manifest like we make this fucking board, right? Vision board, and we put the like my vision board. I had a Lambo, my dream house, this, and that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the right way to do it is you feel and you manifest about the shit it's gonna take to get there. Like you feel those sleepless nights. You know the amount of work. You know you're gonna fucking work 18 to 20-hour days. Because when that shit comes, and it's inevitable, it will come, you're ready for it because you've thought about it, you felt it emotionally, and when now you have to fucking grind, you're not new to it because it's registered here. And then for me, I don't know if I told you, Nicole manifested me speaking on stage at BK Live.
No shit.
Yeah. Dude, I'll show you a photo. At 2023, when I went to BK Live, right? BK Live 2023. When I came back, she took the flyer from 2023 BK Live and she did this to it.
Nice.
She put my fucking face on it,
Of course
bro.
she did, dude. Fuck yeah.
So, BK Live 2024, I was on stage. Granted, for like, I don't know, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or so, but
Doesn't matter.
I felt it. She felt it. And you know what I did when I went there? Look at my fucking face when I went there. I told myself, I'm going to get on stage and I'm going to absorb everything on that stage. The light, the sound, the feeling, the audience. Somebody took a photo of me. Look at me. I'm fucking focused, bro.
Dialed.
I'm hungry. I'm
Dialed.
dialed. I'm standing on that stage and I'm fucking just absorbing it so I can feel it in my bones. Because I'm going to talk on that stage.
100%.
I
Why
already
would you
told
not?
B I'm going to talk on that stage
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, I stood there. I was like, I'm absorbing everything because I'm going to fucking get back there, you know, and
Make
be
it your
talking
stage.
and be talking about it.
100%.
I wrote the fucking ending of my speech for BK Life already.
Nice.
I already wrote that shit. I know how I'm gonna close it. Yeah, after that I was like, I just asked B, hey, tell me what I need to do, and he told me what I need to do, and I'm gonna fucking die before I not accomplish it. So I'd rather die.
100%.
Yeah, that's what it takes, man. You gotta be fucking delusional. You gotta fucking convince yourself that you're gonna do it, and no one's gonna fucking believe you. People gonna think you're fucking crazy. Your own fucking mom or your dad or your wife are gonna say you're crazy. Just going, okay, cool, go to sleep. I'll see you in a couple hours.
One thing I came to realization, dude, is there's 7 billion people on Earth, and not all 7 billion have to understand me. If I have 30 people or less that understand me, I'm still winning. Because most people have no one that understands them. Like, I'm not shocked that you told me you'll stand on stage. I believe that you will. Why would you not? You've decided it, and now you're just going to do the work. Because I've seen you decide other shit, do the work, and make it a reality. So why would this be any different? It's the same shit. But, unfortunately, most people just do this with their mouth. And then the work doesn't correlate to the words. And then you're shocked where it's like, hey, Alex, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds this year. We all know that guy. Alex, I'm gonna make $1 million this year. And you're like, yeah, right, you are, you motherfucker. You're full of shit. Like, you said that last year, and you made 100 grand. Because they get comfortable, and you get to a point where you're just like, dude, 90% of people are full of shit. They are delusional, but they're delusional in all the wrong places. Like, you're delusional in your work ethic. Like, when I started this finance thing, people are like, what do you want to make happen? 150 clients in my first year. No one ever does that, Byron. You're crazy. If you have 50 clients, that's a lot. Okay, I'll have 150. Everyone's like, what the fuck? And then this last month, we put 12 clients on the books in a month. So basically, if I keep this trajectory, I'll be at 144, 6 off my goal. And the entire office is like, what the fuck are you doing? How does he do it? You saw my story yesterday. I was the first one in, the last one out.
Yeah.
I make more phone calls than everyone else. I spend more time on Zoom than anyone else. And if I have a meeting with you and you no-show me, I will put 4 more meetings on my calendar in that hour. Everyone else goes out and has a coffee break and fucks around. I'm not here to make friends, dude. I'm here to fucking win.
Yeah. That's what it takes. It's only impossible until it's possible.
Right. Someone will do it and I'll be that someone. And then it'll be like, oh, this is the new normal. And then they will only hire people like me. And that's where this game just goes fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine you had like 10 yous working for you.
Oh,
if I
bro.
had 10 me's working for me, no one will fucking stop me.
That's what me and my partner always talk about. Like, you know, we have people come and go. We recently just lost a guy who was the DJ streamer and does all that stuff. Yeah, man, just wasn't cut out. People come and go, come and go. In these last 3 years, bro, we've seen so many people come and go. Everybody's gangster, bro. Oh, I know how to do this. I can do this. I can do that. At the end, it's just still 2 of us.
Yep.
Still 2 of us making shit happen. We really don't fucking need everybody, man. You really don't. You just need a couple of solid guys like ourselves. That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's tough. It's
Of
tough to
course it is.
find people who actually can work, man. Especially nowadays with these fucking weak ass snowflake fucking. Oh, don't even get me started, man. We're gonna digress into a lot of shit
Oh,
talk
we'll
right now.
spiral because I can talk about that shit for a while. I'll get heated too.
Yeah, you fucking train them for a living.
I
I don't
did.
have patience for that, man.
Neither do
I
I. That's why
don't.
I don't train them anymore.
I don't, bro. I don't know how you did that shit. I was told you and Nate, man. I don't know how you guys fucking did that. I would have fucking cussed somebody out by now.
Well, there's a reason we exited
Yeah,
what we were doing
yeah,
because the caliber of battle ready was different. So it's like I could coach those guys because those were winners. I was turning men into monsters, not boys into men. I don't have the time, the energy, or the stress capacity for that matter to deal with boys that are 40 years old. Like the amount of conversations I have with people that are in their 40s and 50s, and I had the same conversation with my 9-year-old son. I'm like, motherfucker, you've had 41 more years on this planet, and I'm having to speak to you like my 9-year-old son? Fuck off. I don't have it. Sorry. I can't speak to you. I can't coach you. I got called an elitist the other day by this woman. She jumps on, so we get this referral from a guy, and he's like, oh, I want to connect you with my CPA.
okay.
One, if your CPA needs help with their finances, you should probably fucking fire your CPA. Okay? Like, what the fuck? But this bitch, she gets on the Zoom.
That's funny.
First of all, she's 5 minutes late, so she's now already like hindering my time. She's in my head, I'm so unrealistic that I'm like, okay, you think your time's worth more than my time, so I'm already fucking irritated because I'm not late. So I'm on the call. She's 5 minutes late. She turns on her Zoom camera. She looks like she should be in this my 600-pound life. She's a CPA. She fucking flows out of the side of her chair. She's got a t-shirt on that's got food down it, and she's missing some teeth in the front. And she's shocked that I don't want to work with her. I'm like, this is how you show up,
Oh God.
and you're shocked that you have money issues. You're shocked that like shit's going bad for you. Like you've turned up to a call with me 5 minutes late, and I'm supposed to help you, and you're making out like your time's more valuable than mine. And then over and above that, you couldn't even put on a clean fucking shirt. You've got food down your shirt. You're fucking way overweight. You're missing teeth. What are we fucking doing here? Like, clean yourself up. Once you've cleaned yourself up, then maybe I can help you. Until then, I don't know what to do for you. Because it doesn't matter what strategies I give you, what protocols I run you through, how I tell you how to be successful, you're not going to fucking do it because you can't even control what's on the end of your fork. Which is the only thing that like you and I actually truly have full control over is like, what do I put in my face? What do I put in my ears? What do I absorb? Do I watch the news, the media? Do I let that shit get to me? If I'm bulletproof from that perspective, and I have the disciplines, the consistencies and all that from that, well, then you can bet your ass it's going to bleed into everything else that I do. But like, I could give her the best plan on earth to be successful, and she won't run it because she doesn't have it. So I'm like, hey, with respect, I can't help you. I said, you need to do da 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 da, but you're not going to do it because of the way you just showed up on this call with me. And then I'm an elitist.
She called you an elitist?
Elitist. I only work with healthy, fit, strong people who have
What
their
the
shit
fuck is
together.
wrong with that?
Yeah, lady, I work
I'm
with the
s-
1%.
I'm sorry, I have fucking standards.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with that? It's like, you know what's fucking annoying, bro? Is these people want us to lower our standards to fit their fucking expectations. No. Fuck off.
Well, I can. I can lower myself to your expectations, and I can give you a plan that's fucking shit because that's the only thing you would do. But then you're going to blame me for the fact that you failed.
Yeah?
I can't be that
Now,
guy.
how are you going to sleep at night?
Right. I that was one of the biggest things that made me want to exit coaching in general, was just like, I can't just take your money and be okay with the fact that you're not going to do the work. Battle Ready, we used to fire people who didn't do the work. Bro, I don't need your money. I'm here to make you better. If you're not prepared to do the work to get better, fuck off. Go and coach with someone else who's just going to take your dollars and be okay with the fact that you're on a direct debit and get no results. I can't do that. It just doesn't sit within my core values. So please exit stage left and go and work with whoever the fuck else wants to hire you or take your money. but it's not going to be me because I turn men into monsters, not boys into men. If you're still a boy, you're not ready for me yet because I'm kind, I'm not nice. There's a big difference.
Yeah, that's how I always to tell people when on a job as a cop, I'm not an angel you want. I'm a monster you need.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up that fucking phone, you dialed 911. You didn't ask for for a social worker.
Yeah.
You asked for somebody who can come in and fuck shit up and save your ass because clearly you can't save your own ass. So why the fuck you calling me or us or calling the police if you can't save your own ass?
They want the toxically masculine man to come and save them.
Yeah, dude. Oh my
But we're
God.
the bad guy, right?
Yeah. It's fucking toxic. That whole toxic masculinity shit is so annoying, man. It's. I went at it with this chick the other day. I said something about, I said feminism is cancer, and she's like, this chick from Australia, bro. This fucking blonde bimbo from Australia, and she's like, feminism is the greatest thing that happened to women. I was like, oh yeah, how so? Factually, name 3 facts that feminism has done for women. Oh, equal opportunities for work, voting rights, and something else. I'm like, okay. First of all, voting rights, that's women's suffrage movement in 1800s. Opportunities for work. So I basically scolded her on facts, okay? And I'm like, what you're referring to as feminism was not feminism. That was women, traditional women who knew their role in society as women, actually fought for what they believed in. Equal opportunity, voting rights, representation, etc., etc., etc. They weren't feminists. They weren't feminists, and they didn't fight for equality. They fought for equality of motherfucking opportunity. Okay? And now you have a second wave, and now you have your third wave of bullshit, which is called feminism, which made women, okay, believe that they're equal to men, which is a fucking lie, that they should have 0 responsibilities like children, and should have all the fucking perks of chivalry and being ladies. What the fuck is that? That's called cancer. You don't provide shit value, or you don't provide value at all, and you expect all the fucking benefits. You're a parasite. You're cancer. You know? And then, dude, she's like, don't patronize me. So I just stopped talking to her. And then some other people came in and started lashing at her. Though, you're so stupid. You're a bimbo from Australia. You don't even know. I was like, just let the crowd handle this.
Yeah.
I exited.
Yeah.
They went off on her. And they were right. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
The way that we've got here makes no sense, and the way that we believe that this is normal makes no sense. Like, hey man, if my wife turned up to save your ass, you're gonna shit yourself. My wife's like fucking 5 foot, maybe 100 pounds if you threw her fully clothed in the fucking swimming pool. What is she gonna be able to do if I'm enraged and I'm beating your ass, and my wife is the person who turns up to save you? You're like, oh fuck.
Not much.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
It's a wrap for me. So we're not equal.
No.
And that's perfectly okay. My wife is way better at a lot of things than I am. And I'm way better at a lot of things than my wife is. And there's a line in the sand. And it's like, hey, the shit that you're really good at, you handle. The shit that I'm really good at, I'll handle. Someone kicks in my fucking front door, I don't send my wife to handle that shit. I handle that shit. With a smile on my face.
That's your
because
role.
I'm about to do some shit that's going to make me very happy.
Yeah.
I get to be extremely violent.
Inside the house.
Inside my house.
Yeah.
Because you fucked with the wrong household. And I get to let that darkness out of me for a fucking minute.
Fuck yeah.
And handle some shit.
Yeah, that door is not...
The door's there to keep you out. Because if you come in uninvited, you're up shit creek.
That's one.
And my wife knows exactly what she does in that situation because we role play as well.
Yeah.
Hey, someone kicks in the front door. What the fuck do you do? Oh, I get the kids and I do this and I do this and I do this and I exit here and I put there. Cool. What do? I do this, and what the fuck do? You stay the fuck out the way. And you keep Jameson out the way. Because my son's also delusional. The wrong kind of delusional, where he's like, Dad, I'll get a knife and I'll fucking stab him. I'm like, bro, you're 9. Now you just weaponized the guy that's trying to fuck my ass up. Like, stay the fuck out the way.
That's funny, dude.
Like, your job is to get your sister
Yeah.
and do whatever the fuck your mom tells you to do.
Yeah.
While mom's on the phone calling 911 saying that someone has kicked in my fucking door.
Yeah.
My husband's probably going to murder him. My husband's dressed in black on black on black on black because he's fucking Satan himself. And don't kill him because he's killing the bad guy.
Yeah.
But he's dressed in black. And he's got a fucking South African accent.
Yeah.
So if you hear that voice, don't shoot him. He's the good guy. Although he's going to look like the bad guy because he's doing some horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Done.
That's what it takes.
Right.
That's what it takes.
We reverse those roles, and I'm the pussy that goes to get my son and daughter, and my wife's the guy. Fuck out of here, dude. Like, we're not equal.
They say they want that, but they can't fucking handle that. I'm gonna say this, man. And I'm pretty sure people are not gonna fucking like it, but I don't give a fuck. But it's a fact. Female officers are not the same as male officers. I've been into enough fights. I've taken enough people into fucking custody. I fought enough guys with female officers. I'll take a man any given day. Not to mention, there are some fucking lazy, weak ass, fucking fat cops out there. But in general, if I were to pick a male or a female partner, I'll take a male partner. Because at least you can fucking sit on somebody with your body mass and sprawl on them and just sit on them versus play a tug of war. So do I think there's women officers out there who can do the job? Absolutely.
Of course.
I know some chicks who are badass cops. They'll beat the shit out of you. They know how to wrestle. They know how to grapple. But that's 1 in 1,000, bro. Most of them are not. Because they're not made for that job. I mean, some of them are fucking like, my name is Sam, but my name is Samantha, but they call me Sam. Fuck all that. Like, she can take a dude down. But majority not. And that's fine. That's not their role. I don't think women should be doing, masculine roles. But hey, if you want to, sure. And just stay the fuck away and don't get hurt. That's the sad part. I've seen female officers get hurt. Sad part. Or jeopardize a fight to the point where, okay, now you put me in disadvantage.
Right. Or I'm having to kind of handle this situation over here while also trying to protect you at the same side. So now I'm divided in two.
Yeah.
I can only be efficient in one of those areas.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need you to be fucking there.
Yeah.
Away from here so that I can be fully dialed into this.
I had a situation like that where we're taking this fucking big bitch into custody, and she like comes out with a chain lock and stuff.
Oh God!
And I'm like, it's on. Nate knows the story. It was it's funny. And I had a female partner, and she's good. She's a CrossFitter. She's fit.
Sure.
So we're kind of fucking trying to take the bitch into custody, and it's broad daylight. I'm trying to make it look nice, I'm not trying to be that cop who's fucking slamming a woman on the ground. So I'm doing my thing. I got one arm, so I got my shit under control. She's struggling with the other arm. Not because she's struggling. My rule of thumb is quick and effective.
Yeah.
If you're fighting for more than a minute, you're losing a fight.
Yeah.
So she's playing tug of war with this bitch, right? So I'm like, now I'm getting irritated. Because she can't even bring her arm. So now I have to fucking take this chick and slam her on the ground. Because now she's actively fighting us, swinging at us. So it's not pretty now. So I do my shit, slam her onto the ground, and I have control, and she's still struggling with that hand. And I'm like, okay, I can make you look really bad right now, or I'm just going to sit on her, and I'm going to wait till cavalry comes in. Which is what I did. My uniform was all dirty. Cavalry comes in. And I was like, with all due respect, this could have been done in 10 seconds, but because of your purely physical inability to overpower somebody who's physically stronger or bigger than you, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And there's only so much you can do.
There's not enough testosterone in your system to fucking handle me.
No.
So it's like, if a female cop was to show up, unless she shoots me, I win. If we go hand to hand, I win. Just pure strength.
Yeah.
Not even skill set at that point. Just pure strength, I win.
Bro, there was some guys that I met, some men, some suspects, who I told, like, I'm not fighting you. If you try to hurt me, I'm going to kill you.
I shoot you straight in the fucking heart.
Yeah. Because, look, there's different factors, right? You have to come into play. There's totality of circumstances, right? And you have to also include your experience, your own skills, suspect's experience, suspect skills, weapons. If fucking cauliflower ears, he knows how to get down. Yeah. Okay. If he's fucking sweating profusely, he's got his clothes off. He's on fucking PCP, which means he's not gonna feel any pain.
Superhuman.
Yeah. Super.
So
I
shoot him,
bro. I had a guy. I'm 200 fucking pounds. Okay, and took the guy down, and I'm on him. I'm 200 pounds, and he's lighter than me. He's lifting me up with his body. He's just on PCP. He's like 170 pounds. That's not normal. That's not normal. So you tell me I have to fight that guy and make you look pretty? It's never gonna look fucking pretty, man. It's never. He's clearly doesn't give a fuck right now. He's like superhuman.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't look good, Byron. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look picture perfect like Hollywood shows it. Where it's fucking combat, John Wick shit and everything. Everybody's dead. Everybody's nah. Fuck all that, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, but we got here, and now it's like, well, the weak rule, and we're made to be the enemy, but we're the first call when the shit hits the fan, and that's okay. I've been the villain of many stories, and I'll be the villain of many more. I'm okay with it. Been the black sheep of my family from fucking day one. I got to the point where I'm like, I'm that guy, and I'm okay with it. It's cool. But I know that when the shit hits the fan, my phone blows up. Hey, I need you to handle this. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Oh, remember 2 weeks ago when you said I was a dick? Yeah, sure, I'll be that dick now.
Oh, now you need me. Okay.
Yeah, just remember this next time you got a fucking mouth on you.
That's what I always reminding myself, man. When you go out there and you go to these calls and you help people, and they're like, "Well, you're so and so. You're a pig. You're that." I'm like, "Cool, but you're the one who called me."
Mm-hmm.
I didn't call you. You called me.
Right.
So what does that tell me? What does that tell you? It's dumb. It's dumb. Fuck. Man. Speaking of black sheep, bro. Like, why are we this way, man? Like, why is it that there's sometimes this one fucking person in the family, you and yours, me and mine, my wife and her family, just we don't fucking fit in, bro. Like, are we mentally fucking different? What's wrong with us? Why are we the way we are?
I think we're just the type of people that get tired of the generational curse. And we look through the bullshit and we're like, do you know what? It doesn't have to be this way. This isn't what's normal. Like, if there's a family out there that can be billionaires and happy and successful and wealthy and have it all, why the fuck can't we? Like, someone in my family tree decided that wasn't us. And I just decided that it is.
Who in your family did you decide it wasn't us?
I don't know. Probably fucking 20 generations before me. Like, but that's okay. Like, you decided that this wasn't for you and that you didn't want to wake up and do the hard work. But, like, I decided that I would. And my dad instilled it in me, so I'm lucky. Like, my dad's a fucking stud, dude. He just ingrained in me, like, from day one, like, dude, do the fucking work and do it properly. It's like, what blows my brain is when there's people who don't have enough time to do it right, but they do it twice. And I'm like, you should have just done it right the first time. You'd have been more efficient, more effective, and then we would be further along on this game called life. And my dad beat the shit into me of that from, like, this high. Like, do it fucking right. Do it properly. You cook dinner, clean up after yourself. Dude, when I cook, it's like a fucking chef's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I clean up as I go. We finish dinner, and the only thing that's left to do is the fucking plates that we just used. Everything else is done. And then you go to someone's house because they invite you to dinner, and it looks like someone threw a fucking grenade in the kitchen. And you're like, I'm going to eat this fucking whatever the fuck this is that you just cooked for me. While there's this, like, cockroach-infested fucking shithole over here. Like, get fucked, dude.
No,
so
I'm the same way.
Like, my dad started it, and he ingrained it in me. And it's like, okay, dude, now I just carry the torch. And I one-up him. And
you raise a standard.
Yeah. And I've put in place, like, you can't be mad at your parents either. So many people live in the past too long. Oh, you don't understand. My parents this, my parents that. Cool, dude. You're fucking 45 years old. What are you still blaming your parents for? Like, grow up. So, my parents didn't leave a fucking insane legacy in terms of money. I'm not going to be able to retire anytime soon because my parents just threw a fucking trust fund at me. I'm okay with that. Because I also see what it does to a lot of fucking people and how useless they become in society. So my kids have got that luxury. I've put it in place for them, but they don't know it. And they won't know it because they're going to fucking earn everything.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this on January 1st. My son, he wants something. He reads for it. He earns it. Dude, you want to go and have a sleepover at your cousin's house? Cool. That's 3 hours of reading.
Good.
I treat reading like a bank account. If you don't have the time, you pay interest on the time. So you either have 3 hours already banked, as in the money, or you owe me 4.5 hours of reading because you were short. So there's interest charges.
Yeah.
Now, when you relate that back to money, he understands it. Oh, shit. Okay, so I have to have the money to use it. Otherwise, the bank's going to fuck me because I don't have it. Sweet. Understood. Got it. But now, holy shit, guess what he does? He fucking plans and he reads X amount every single day so that by the time the weekend comes, he's got more than enough time to do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Good.
Shock.
Yeah.
Right? Shock. Whereas most kids, they don't earn shit. They just get given it. They get gifted it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a conversation like I had with one kid the other day, this is like 3 months ago now, where he's going to come in and do social media for me. And he wants me to pay him $250,000 a year.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm like,
dude.
what are you bringing to my table to justify the $250,000?
Self-entitled
Well, I'm going to
bitch.
run your Instagram and I'm going to create content for you and I'll video your shit. Okay, and then what? Like, where's your track record of winning? Like, how do I know I'm going to get a return on this $250,000 that you're asking for? Oh, no, I don't have a track record. Why do you think you deserve $250,000 a year? Well, my mom told me that that's what I should get when I leave school. I tell you what, why don't you tell your mom to pay you the $250,000? Oh, your mom doesn't have it? Shock.
Yeah.
Because your mom doesn't do the work, but she's telling you that you're entitled to shit that you haven't earned. I said, you come and work for me for free, and I'll give you the profits. If it costs me 10 grand a month to run ads or whatever, and you make me 15, I'll give you the 5. And now you've built a track record. No, I'm not doing that. Of course you're not.
Yeah, fuck off.
Okay, so then go and be mediocre and go and work at fucking Starbucks and get your little man bun with your stupid fake fucking blue block glasses to try and look like you're someone while you make my coffee in the morning.
People forget, man, that you have to give before you expect to receive. Like, you have to fucking bring in value. You have to give without expectation in all aspects of life. And I learned that a lot from, obviously, being all of you guys. And because I noticed, like, being around people like that, just always want to give and help others, it comes back. Might not be necessarily from that person, but it comes back. Yeah. Bro, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't people who helped me out, man. I would not fucking 100%. Be here. No.
That whole, like, I'm self-made.
Nah,
no,
get the fuck out of here.
Shut up.
Self-made.
Like, you've stood on the shoulders of giants. You've networked your way to a position where someone, maybe they just cracked that door just a little bit for you and you kicked that fucker in. But someone did something somewhere along the line to open that door just enough to give you a shot.
Yeah.
And then you better have the fucking balls, the discipline, the consistency, the track record, etc. Because when you kick that fucking door in and you say, I'm here, people are going to expect a certain level of something.
That's all.
And if you don't bring it, that door will shut real fucking quick, and then that bitch gets fucking slated closed, welded shut with big fucking barriers on it, and you never get back in that room. So everyone wants to kick the door in and go, I'm here for a fucking opportunity, and they've got no track record to justify why they should get that opportunity in the first place, and they've burnt bridge after bridge after bridge. And those same people are in business after business after business after business after business after business, and they never ever fucking stick anywhere. They always have a new network that they're fucking playing in because they've got a track record of fucking shit up.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense, man. Especially with people who don't have singularity of focus. And it's normal for entrepreneurs to want to do everything, but I'm starting to realize, like, you really have to zero in into like one or two things at most. That's why I was like, let me pause the coaching program and let me just focus on public speaking and the business right now. These two, because 3 is already going to be too much. And then these two, and then build a community and just go all in. And when you build, they come. I believe that.
Well, you can do all three, but you're going to give 33% to each one. So anyone else that's your direct competition, that's singularity of focus and gives it 100%, you're 67% behind them every single day. How do you win? The only way you win in that 33% game is if you're Bedros, Dan Fleischman, Ed Milet, and not even Andy Frisella. Well, Andy Frisella now he's gone fucking deep. If you unpack what he's doing, the dude owns farms and shit, and he literally has his own way that he brings to the table.
Ed Milet?
Andy Frisella.
Andy's
first form.
Andy's a savage. Yeah.
He's deep fucking. He didn't go wide. He didn't have 50 businesses. He's got one business that goes fucking to the grassroots.
Yeah.
But he didn't start there. He fucking crushed in the supplement space first. Be crushed in fucking Fit Body Bootcamp
Yeah.
first. And then he's like, okay, I got this shit on lock. Hey, Bryce, you want to come be my CEO? Now Bryce is running the ship, which gives Bedros opportunity to fucking step out and do whatever he wants to do, knowing full well that he's trained someone to be a mini Bedros in that seat.
Yeah.
So now he doesn't have 24 hours a day anymore. He's got 46 or 48 hours, sorry. Fucking finance guy, and I fucked up my math. He sleeps 2 hours. But he's got 48 hours
Yeah.
where you and I have 24.
Yeah.
Because he put someone in a seat that he knows he can trust to do the fucking work and who works at the same level that he does. That's when you get to be a like serial entrepreneur where you fucking fuck around with
And
a
have
bunch of
balance.
shit. Right.
Yeah.
Because you know you've got the right seats occupied by the right butts and the fucking bus is heading in the right direction. But what too many people do, and I'm not shit talking people because I did this for a long time too. Oh, I've got 4 different businesses. All of them are mediocre.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, my one business, maybe it breaks even this month. Oh, we're slightly under, but I have to fund it from this business. And you're constantly playing the fucking jungle wizardry of moving money around to keep everything working. Dude, shut those other 3 down. Go all in on the one. And when that shit is on autopilot and so fucking dialed that it runs whether you're here or not. And the problem you and I have is that we build businesses off of us. Like, I am my business. My
Yeah.
personal brand is my business.
Yeah.
Like, you would do business with me because of who I am, not because you give a fuck about my business. And it's like, well, how do I replicate that and create myself again somewhere else if I'm fully reliant on being here to make this business function? And that's where most people fuck it up.
Personal branding is important, man. But the thing about that, you are the brand.
Which is cool. but
Which is cool, but to a certain extent, like for example, I'm talking to Jason Redmond, right? He's a very good public speaker, keynote speaker, and as I'm developing my career, like he's giving me pointers, and he's like, understand that you're gonna have to. There'll be a point where you're gonna flying all the time, talking all the time, and if you have a family, you're the business. The second you stop talking, speaking, that business is gone. So that's why he's investing into the companies, the tech company, he's building, et cetera, which only makes sense, which sort of I've been doing too, but I just love public speaking, man.
Which is cool because you can utilize it to do exactly what you said, what he does. He grinded, he bled from the eyes for a period of time. He built this thing to where it probably makes him close on 7 figures a year. And now he's taking that 7 figures and he's reinvesting it in other places where he doesn't have to be there. But the door got cracked open just enough and he kicked that fucker in and said, I'm Jason Redmond, motherfuckers, you want me. And I can bring X amount of eyeballs. I can do this in your ecosystem. I will buy in for 150 grand, 250 grand, whatever the buy-in is. And I'm going to be sending you X amount of eyeballs a month in exchange for 10% of your company or whatever. But like, he bled from the eyes for a fucking decade first.
He did. Shit, he bled from everywhere for this country.
Right.
To begin with.
So it's like, you have to get to that point though. And what most people are not willing to do is put in the 10 years, the 20 years to bleed because they want the 6-minute abs. Because they saw it on
6 minute
Instagram
abs.
and they're stupid.
Fuck out of here, 6-minute abs, man. That's such bullshit, dude. And people believe that until they start doing the work. I'm 2 months into the whole food diet, right? I'd lost like 3% from 16 to like 13. But I still got at least 4 months to go. And I told myself, like, I'm going to get to that single digit body. For me, it's like, it's not that hard to get fit, let's be honest. If you just eat right, you sleep right, you do it the right way, it's not. But it's hard to get into single digit body fats. Not many dudes out there who's gotten to single digit body fat. I mean, I've done it once. You do it probably once a year, every year. But I was like, I've tasted it. I was like, I kind of like it. So now I'm like, I'm going to get there and I'm going to hold it for like a month and I'll see how I perform, my base level, my T levels, and my et cetera, if it's good or not. But so to me, it's like a personal testament. Like, nah, you're going to fucking get to one single digit body fat and you're going to test it out and you're going to see what the fuck you made out of. And that takes months. And I remember talking to you like a year ago when you were prepping for your competition. Remember you were telling me like you doing a slow cut over time. And I was like, why the fuck is Byron doing it for so long? But it makes fucking sense now. Because you need to gradually drop down the weight, without damaging your body. And that's fucking discipline. that's hard work, man. Like being able to stray away from a fucking donut or slice of pizza, it's fucking hard.
Dude, that's not even the hard part. The real hard part is the 23 hours that remain in the day where everything else matters. Like, to be 12% body fat, you go to the gym for an hour a day, you kind of focus on your nutrition a little bit, and you can sit there and live there.
Yeah.
You want to get to 3% body fat, now your sodium matters,
Oh, it's
your
insane.
potassium level matters, how good your sleep quality is. Not just whether you got 8 hours, but did you get in, like, quality 8 hours? Like if you're on any kind of gear, what are the impacts of that gear? How does it retain water? There's how much water are you
Yeah.
drinking? What are your supplementations like? The timing of it all. Like all of that shit fucking matters. So when you talk about being a little bit psychopath, like a little bit of a psychopath, that's another level. When you want to get to like 3%, that's a whole nother ball game because every minute of every day matters. You're not doing 20,000 steps, good fucking luck.
3%. Yeah, I remember you were fucking doing coaching calls. You bought that walking machine and you
treadmill.
would walk. Yeah, on a treadmill during the calls. Yeah. To me, it's more like if I can do that, I can fucking do anything.
Dude, if you can get to that, even if you just do it one time in your life,
Yeah.
you'll realize how much other areas of your life you half-assed.
Yeah.
Because the amount of focus and discipline and planning and preparation that goes into making that a reality, if you just even put a quarter of that into anything else that you did, fucking
It follows, right?
batshit
It
crazy.
follows.
Batshit crazy.
But I'm catching myself right now. I'm like, okay, I'm 2 months in. Oh, I went from 16% to like 13%. I leaned the fuck out. I already look good. My ribs are showing. Like, and now I'm like, fuck, it's not happening fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's not happening fast enough. Like, what can I do now? And I'm like, motherfucker, you're only 2 months in. Like, you still have 4 months to go.
Yeah.
So like, you need to just shut the fuck up. It kicks in, you know, that the mentality of like you need to go faster.
Yeah.
No, it's the same shit. You just gotta do it.
Well, you could cut calories, but you can only cut calories for so long before it becomes super harmful.
Yeah.
But you're just going to stair step, and then you'll get to a point where you plateau, and then you'll stair step down and you'll plateau. That's the process. But it's like, again, if we talk what we started this whole thing off with was like the levels and the testing. Like there's levels in the game that you get to, and it's like it's fucking hard, and you run the level like 16 times, and you in the game you fucking plateaued for a while. Welcome to life. You plateau for a period until you figure it out and you crack it and you're like, oh, okay. And then boom, I'm at the next level. And then boom, next level. I just literally, I keep saying this game called life because I truly believe it's a fucking game, dude.
It is.
I literally treat this thing like a fucking game.
It is.
I'm like, whatever I need to make happen, I just reverse engineer it and then I just treat it like a fucking game. It's a level I have to pass, and then I pass the next level, the next level, the next level.
All you really gotta do is just look at people who have what you have and just replicate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy, but it's not complicated.
Nope.
It's not. But it's people think it's fucking complicated and shit. There's a secret formula. No. But once you get into it and you realize, like, you have a mentor, right? My partner, he started off as being my business mentor.
Mm-hmm.
I just replicate him. At least I try, man. I mean, he's got 20 years on me. Fucking, but so I can't be on his level, or I can't be on B's level. And you've been in this game longer than I was. But it's like, just keep putting in the work, because eventually you level up. You level up. You level up. You level up.
And the benefit of having business partners and mentors is that it took him 20 years to where he is now. It'll take you 8.
If you do the work.
If you do the work.
If you do the work, motherfuckers.
Yeah. But also what happens is people will complicate it because it's an easy out. Alex, you don't know how hard it is for me, dude. I can't follow a nutrition plan because I got to cook 25 variations of my fucking steak every single day. It takes too long, so of course I can't be like you. Bro, simplify. Literally simplify. There's a reason that I eat the same thing almost every fucking day.
Yeah.
When I go through a cutting phase, I eat the same thing almost every single day. Because it takes the stress out of it. Like, how do I win with the path of least resistance?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do I stack as many things in my favor as possible to win? Okay, do that. You don't need to be a Michelin star chef where you're cooking 20 fucking different meals a week. Dude, we batch produce like a fuck ton of steak, a fuck ton of fish, ground chicken breast. It's all in the fridge. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like,
That's
I
what
know
do.
exactly. And then I put it on the fridge. Like, we've got a system between my wife and I. This is where we were talking before this even started about like having a wife that's on your side or a woman that's in your corner. My wife knows exactly what I'm eating at what times. And then if I'm too busy to fucking do it myself, she's like, oh shit, it's 12 o'clock. Byron's meal is, oh, it's on the fridge. Boom, that. Makes it, runs it upstairs if I'm at home. Or if I'm going into the office today, she preps it all for me. She puts it away because I'm doing other shit. And then I just roll up and I'm about to leave and she's like, here's all your shit for today. Boom,
Yeah.
thanks, love. Like, she's in my corner rooting for me to win because her life gets exponentially better the more I win.
Yeah. Bro, you gotta find a good woman, and you gotta fucking lead a good woman, and you gotta guide her, man. Like it or not, I don't give a fuck what they say. Women need to be led by men, and that's a fucking responsibility. Because if you're a sloppy motherfucker, your wife is gonna be sloppy. I don't want to say the words. And then just, bro, we talked about that earlier. You fix your shit, you become the leader.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of your house will follow.
Yeah. And if you're a mess, they're exponentially worse. So if you suck by 10%, your wife's going to suck by 20%, your kids are going to suck by 80%.
That's dangerous.
That's how it blows out. And then you're like, you come home and you're like, oh, my kids are a fire. Bro, look at how you start. Look at what you're fucking leaving at. Like, where are you dropping the ball? Clean that shit up. And then all of a sudden you're shocked because your kids follow suit. My daughter, she's 3. You can tell her something till you're blue in the face, bro, and it doesn't matter. But you show her and she sees you doing that shit, she starts doing it. It used to drive me mad. She kick her shoes off and she just leaves me where the fuck she is. I'm like, where did your shoes go? They go on the stairs. Cool. I put my shoes on the stairs. I never take my, like, if I take my shoes off, I run them straight upstairs always. But she kicks her shoes off, leaves me where the fuck. Like, put your shoes on the stairs. She didn't listen. I started doing that on my side. So instead of running them upstairs, I'd put them on the stairs. I'm like, where's daddy's shoes? They're on the stairs. All of a sudden, her shoes are next to my shoes. Now it's like, okay, now your shoes go upstairs straight away.
Yeah.
And you're like, you just waterfall that shit for them. But it's not through words, dude. It doesn't fucking work. It has to be like, they see you in the trenches doing the shit. And then it's like, oh, well, daddy does it. Of course I do it. Oh, my dad does this. Of course I do that. You eat like an arsehole, your kid's going to eat like an arsehole. You're a sloppy fucking mess, your kid's going to be a sloppy fucking mess.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah. Unless you're a fucking unicorn and out of a million that you actually decide to change your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but for the most part, you're right. 100%.
Yeah.
And the thing is, men and women prefer to like live in a relaxed free state. That's natural for feminine energy.
Sure.
We can't. I don't know about you. I can't. I can't just sit there, be somewhere in public, and just be like, oh, the sky is blue. Oh, it's fucking nice and sunny. No, I'm like, left, right, motherfuckers walking around us, exit, doorway, staircase. Okay, I'm loaded. I got extra mag. I got this. And that's what it is, bro. Like, I'm not walking around there just like counting butterflies like my wife is sometimes. You know, sometimes I have to like, hey, like, babe, focus. Like, she knows when we go somewhere, she knows where I sit and how I sit.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she told me, like, babe, sometimes I just check out with you because, like, with you, I don't have to worry about shit. Okay, that's cool, but I can't afford that. You can't fucking afford that.
It's hard. We're again, if we peel back the layers and we just go to the grassroots of how we're made up, we are tasked with protecting and providing.
Mm-hmm.
The women are tasked with nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
So they create an environment that's loving and caring and da-da-da-da-da. And we make sure that if the door gets kicked in, that gets handled.
Hence, we are made physically stronger, bigger, more dominant for that fucking reason, right?
So to second what you said, I can't go to a restaurant and just kick myself back and fucking chill out with my back to the door because I need to know who the fuck comes in every single time. Mm-hmm. Who just rolled into this restaurant? Okay, is that guy a threat? And one of the first Operation Black sites, Tim Kennedy, put this so well. He's like, every single person I meet, I size them up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, holy shit, I do that too. I thought I was the fucking...
No.
I thought I was the exception. It's the fucking rule. If you are so complacent that you don't do that, you're a fucking victim. Because I promise you now, a big dude rolls in here and I look at him and I size him up and I'm like, okay, if shit kicks off, I'm going to grab that chair. I'm going to wrap that motherfucker first. Because he's the biggest threat in this room right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if he gets on top of me, I'm in a world of hurt. So I have to handle that first. And if the shit hits the fan in any restaurants, I know exactly who the fuck I fuck up first. In what order. And then you get these cocky little 120-pound dudes saying, oh, fuck, bro, I will use you to beat the big guy. That's what's going to happen. You're a 120-pound little pussy-ass ass. I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to beat the big guy with your fucking body. That's how this is going to go down.
I don't know what it is, bro. You know, at BK Live, I was listening to Ali, what's her name? Ali
Gilbert's.
Gilbert, yeah. She had a pretty good presentation, and she was showing us the statistics, man. Like, men have become feminized physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and we're really downgraded from being a fucking gorilla man to being a fucking little wimp. Like, look at the man nowadays, bro. They're fucking tiny. They're tiny. They got tiny shoulders. They got fucking skinny arms. They got tiny dicks. They got like just women look-alike. That's fucking disgusting. Like, what the fuck happened?
There's so many times when we'll go out for dinner and I'll look around the room and if the woman didn't have long hair and the dude didn't have short hair, you're like, I don't know which one of you is the female and which one of you is the dude because you look the same. Like, my wife stands in front of me. She has to stand like 4 foot or 5 foot in front of me because otherwise if she doesn't and she's like right up against me, we take a photo, I look like a fucking silverback gorilla behind her. There's like 1.5 of her either side of her. Now, let's go back to the world not being the nicest of places. I'm walking down the street with my wife and 2 kids. And one of these scrawny little runt people that think that they're a man today is walking down the road with his wife and 2 kids. And you're a bad guy. Who are you going to fuck with?
Oh, him, 100%.
All day.
10 out of 10.
Right.
10 out of 10.
Because even if you have no idea whether I'm capable of handling myself or not, there's a situation in your head that goes, I don't even want to find out.
No.
Because this guy looks like he's ready for whatever's coming his way. Versus this scrawny little dude here, I'm going to use him to beat the big guy if the big guy gets involved. But otherwise, I'm hoping the big guy does what most guys do today and he turns a fucking blind eye and keeps walking. And I'm going to have my way with this fucking bunch.
It's almost sad, man.
So I just realized this at a young age, having grown up in Africa. And I'm like, I don't want to be on the receiving end of being a victim. So how do I make sure that doesn't happen? I create a fucking monster that people don't want to fuck with. So tattoos, yoked, 250 fucking pounds at 5'10". Every single time I have to do a medical, they tell me I'm morbidly obese. I'm like, bitch, I'll show you my abs. It's not morbidly obese. I'm just fucking yoked.
Stupid fucking standards they
right?
created. Yeah.
Oh, your BMI is too high. I don't give a fuck about my
Bitch,
BMI.
I'm healthier than you are, probably.
Right. Yeah. I'll live to 100 and you'll die in 3 years because you're fucking spaghetti
Trips
down
me
your
out
front.
when a doctor is like fucking obese or looking like a 75 at the age of 55. Is like, you can fucking tell me I'm unhealthy? Okay, cool.
Because I eat my eggs every morning while you eat your fucking Cheerios. Shut
Bro,
up.
speaking of food, man, how crazy is the food industry? Like, I feel like it's being exposed like every day now. Every day. Like, everything they told us not to eat, I did the exact opposite, and I'm perfectly fine. When I went carnivore, bro, bacon, steak, eggs, cheese, fish, every fucking day. Felt fantastic.
Of course you did.
I felt fucking great.
You're not full of poison.
Yeah. I didn't touch the fucking rice. I didn't touch the fucking potatoes or fried shit or cereal or like all that shit. I ate what they told me not to eat. Felt fucking great.
Of course you did.
It's a bullshit.
One ingredient foods. Hey, when I look at this steak, it's fucking steak.
Yeah.
I eat it. You go down the middle of the shopping aisle and there's a laundry list of shit on the back. You stay away from that shit and all of a sudden you'll feel fantastic. Weird.
Everything, all that processed shit, man. It's killing us. It's fucking killing us. They're killing us.
No, what they're doing is they are seeing that every single person has a price tag. And you are literally just a price tag to Big Pharma. So And we can go down this conspiracy theory thing,
It's
but
not
I
even
don't
a
even think it's a
anymore.
conspiracy. I think it's real.
Not
So
anymore.
Big Pharma bought out a bunch of these fucking guys, and basically what they do is they're like, okay, we're going to poison them slowly through their food. They're going to get diabetes, early onset dementia, blah, 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 because that means that the price tag that's on your head just keeps going up. The more diseases you have, the more medication they get to put you on. So the more unhealthy you are, which means that the more that they capitalize on your fucking shit. So why do they tell you when they try to do the whole fucking shutdown thing? Stay inside, don't socialize, and fucking like basically be scared of the sun. Are you shocked that more suicides happened, more depression happened? And then what happened off the back of that? All of a sudden, depression medication went through the roof. Now, there was a point where true diabetics, like type 1 diabetes people, couldn't get their medication because there was no diabetic medication because everyone had so much fucking bullshit in their system that everyone was getting pre-screened for diabetes.
The fuck?
Because they're eating so much shit,
Yeah.
they got type 2 diabetes, which is
Yeah.
literally just a fucking nutritional issue.
Yeah.
So if you clean up your nutrition, you lose the diabetes. Type 1 is where you fucking shoot yourself up with insulin because your
Yeah.
fucking body can't produce it properly.
Yeah.
And it's a mess. Cool. That's another level. There's people that are born with that. It is what it is. But like, if you're type 2, clean up your diets and it'll go away. I'm in triple figures when it comes to curing diabetes.
What do you mean triple figures?
Like over 100 people.
Oh.
With guys that used to come
With
into
just
battle
nutrition.
ready. Just nutrition.
Yeah.
Hey man, I tell you what. Clean up your nutrition. Move the body more. Lose that 60 pounds of weight that you're carrying around. And I bet all of a sudden your diabetes medication goes away. Or goes to the point where you barely need it.
Yeah.
And then you know what happens? Bunch of doctors. No. He's killing you slowly. You can't do that.
Yeah, shut the fuck
Like,
up.
you need to come back and you need to be on this and you need to be on that and this and that and that. Because they get commission, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So then run that play. Like, be a fucking price tag or run your own play and be like the dude you want to be that will leave a legacy for his family, etc.
Well,
What's it gonna be?
it's not that hard to feel better about yourself and to get healthy. Drink your fucking water. Eat cleaner. I'm not saying measure our macros like we do. Just eat cleaner. Just cut out the processed foods. Just eat whole foods. Okay, it doesn't have to be fucking Whole Foods or Sprouts. Just whole foods, right? Do that. Walk your fucking steps. Get 15 minutes of sun every day. Okay, and that's it, man. That alone will make you feel so much better.
Yep.
Like, I get my 15 minutes of sun every day, bro. I take my shirt off. I walk around. At first, my neighbors like, these guys fucking retarded. I walk around right here. My business neighbors think I'm fucking retarded. I don't give a fuck, man. I need my 15 minutes of sun. No sunblock, no sunscreen. That's another bunch of bullshit, by the
Oh,
way.
don't get me started.
Fucking, I constantly argue with my wife. She's like, put sunblock. I'm like, I grew up in the fucking Central Asia. We didn't have no sunblock, no sunscreens. Why the fuck would I put these chemicals on my body, have it absorb into my skin, and go down my bloodstream, fucking toxins? Like, I don't. You do 15 minutes out, 15 minutes in the shade, 15 minutes in the sun, 15 minutes shade. Perfectly fine, bro.
Yep.
You grew up in fucking Africa, bro. Is it hot there? Does it get hot there?
Hotter than
It's
the sun.
fucking hot there, bro.
Yep.
So everything is such a fucking lie, dude. Like, we have to fight the system.
There's literally studies now that show that sun cream causes skin cancer.
Yeah? Yeah?
Why would you put it on your skin? Oh, because someone told me to do so. Because I don't want to get burnt. Hey, build up your tolerance to the sun. Just like alcoholics build up their tolerance to fucking alcohol
Well, it's
to
not-
the
it's
point
not
where
bad.
they have to fucking drink an entire bottle of vodka straight to get fucked up. Like, remember when you started drinking and one shot got you a little bit tipsy and 2 shots you passed out?
Yeah.
Now it takes a bottle. It's because you built up your fucking tolerance to alcohol.
Yeah?
Just build up your tolerance to the sun. Don't go out once a week and do 90 fucking hours of sunshine and then be shocked that you got sunstroke. You're fucking stupid. Like 15 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, whatever it is. And then you get your 2 hours on the weekend or whatever. And all of a sudden, you feel good because your vitamin D's through the roof. 90% of people are fucking deficient in vitamin D, which is a pretty important thing for you to fucking feel good about life.
Bro, I mean, look, let's be honest. You fuck better. Dude, I was just having a conversation with my wife. I'm like, babe, comparing me when I was 210 or so, a little thick, putting muscle on, wasn't really getting my 10,000 steps in this, to now. Like, is there a company? Like, oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
It's like now, dude. First of all, if you look at your woman and you catch her looking at you like a fucking savage, just destroying it, bro, that alone is worth something. When your woman's looking at you and she's like fucking just looking at you like a Greek god who's just putting in work, bro, there's no feeling like that. There's no Ferrari or Lamborghini is gonna give you that same fucking feeling.
Oh no.
And then when you know you're conditioned to the point where you can do that for a while, until she's like in bed like this after you're done, bro, tell me it's not fucking worth it.
But it's easier to just do the shortcut. Here's a pill, Alex. This will get you feeling good.
6 minute apps.
Yeah. Here's a this. Here's a that. That's why so many people make like a lot of money. They get very wealthy. Well, not wealthy, because I think wealthy is bigger than just money. They get very rich or successful, and they're miserable. And they fucking off themselves, or they end up having to run cheap thrills to feel fucking alive. It's because they didn't do the work. They didn't do what it requires to actually be happy and feel like they belong. You don't buy a Lamborghini and all of a sudden you get happy overnight. The Lamborghini is just like a status symbol. Just because, and this is the psychology that I'm starting to learn. It's like, if you see a guy roll up in a Lamborghini, you don't think about that guy. What you think about is how cool you would feel driving that Lamborghini and how everyone would perceive you as being someone that's worthy of more respect.
Yeah.
But when that guy gets out of his Lamborghini and walks into the fucking room, no one knows he has a Lamborghini unless he flashes his Lambo key. So the respect that you think you're going to earn, dude, when I walk into a room at 250 pounds and I pass the seas like Moses, because I'm a fucking yoked up dude and everyone wants to stay out of my way, or know who the fuck I am because I showed up and I just look like I own the place, that's respect. I don't need a Lamborghini to make me feel that way, because no amount of Lamborghinis can. Because if I'm a lump of lard that rolls out of that Lambo and I walk into a room, I'm a fucking lump of lard in a room.
True.
So it's like, dude, why don't you just do the work so that you can wake up in the morning, run the play, and then I tell you what, I bet you sleep better at night too, because you put your head on the pillow and you're like, you know what, dude, I fucking won today. There's no stone left unturned. I didn't leave anything to chance. I stacked as many odds in my favor as I could to set me up for success again tomorrow. Yeah. And then I do that play and I just fucking do it again and again and again. And dude, I plan to win every day. Doesn't mean I win every day. There's many days where I stack numerous L's.
Yeah.
I didn't plan to stack L's. I planned to win and I didn't fucking win. But you know how you guarantee losing? By not fucking trying and settling for mediocre. I just can't take that chance. Like, I have 2 kids and a wife who depend on me to fucking win. So I just figure out how to win every day and I run that play. And then after action reports at night, what went well, what didn't go so well, what could I do better tomorrow? Cool. That's how I'm going to implement it tomorrow. 1% every fucking day.
That's really all you gotta do. Just be better. If fitness and nutrition wasn't as important, if it was all about the money, tell me then, why the fuck Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, fine, let's go down scale a little bit. B, Andy Elliott, Ed Milet, Andy Frisella, why are they all fucking fit and shredded? If it was all about just the money, how come they're not all fat motherfuckers, dude? They all know that at the end of the day, your health, your fitness level, your nutrition, all that shit matters. Because they figured out that you optimize yourself, you make yourself the best version, everything else will follow.
I have not met a single person yet on a deathbed who says, I wish I died with more money. Every single one of them will say, I will trade every single dollar I've ever made in my entire life to live another year longer.
Yeah, I believe that.
So it's like, okay, why not just have both? Why not just live as long as possible by stacking all the odds in your favor, by being a little bit more diligent and disciplined in the way you show up? Because, hey, dude, we have to eat. I have to eat every day. I can't live the rest of my life without eating, and I can't live the rest of my life without sleeping, because I will fucking die. So if I'm going to eat and I'm going to sleep and I'm going to drink stuff to stay alive, why don't I just stack those 3 things in the best possible way that I can and fuel myself the best possible way that I can? Because again, if we go back to the Lamborghini analogy, You buy a Lamborghini tomorrow, are you putting cheap fucking gas in there and a Kia fucking transmission when your transmission
Fuck
blows?
no.
Or are you putting the best that money can buy?
Best the money can buy.
But here's the bullshit thing that most people forget as well is that, bro, I can buy another Lamborghini. I can write that bitch off tomorrow and I can just buy another one. This thing breaks down. There is no plan B. I can't buy another one of these. It's done. But yet people look after their motor vehicles better than they look after this. And then they're shocked that they fucking break down and whatever. I'm just like, man, the level of stupidity we've got to is just out of this world.
Well, you
Out of
either
this
pay on the front end or you pay on the back end. I'd rather pay on the front end. Supplements, nutrition, fitness, whatever needs to be done. Then on the back end, I have to pay for fucking cancer treatments, some kind of bullshit, hospice living. Fuck all that, man.
The amount of people I speak to that want to start planning for retirement in their like fucking late 50s. And I'm like, bro, with respect, you can never afford to retire. You didn't do enough work on the front end when you were young. You were so desperate to keep up with the Joneses and pretend you were someone that now you're going to spend the rest of your life working. Because even with Social Security, you're not going to have enough to fucking afford the lifestyle you want to have.
Do you
At
think
the bare minimum.
Do you think Social Security is going away? Is it collapsing? You believe that? Not that I'm relying on it, obviously, but
I'll ask you a question in return. Do you think politicians like being elected?
yeah.
Who's going to vote for a guy that says, I'm going to take away your potential retirement? Not a single soul. So, in that way, Social Security just can't go anywhere because it has to stay. Because no politician will put his head on a chopping block and say, you know what, let's fucking axe this shit. Because also, what are you going to put in place of it?
But then it's probably going to be just bare minimum. It's there. It's not going to be like
Oh, it's going to be Mickey Mouse.
in the 70s where you can afford living off of it. Okay.
You can't afford to live off it now.
No?
Let's say you get $6,000 or $8,000 a month in Social Security. Where do you live in California on $6,000 or $8,000 a month? My fucking rent is higher than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just to keep the roof over the head. We're not talking lights and water yet. We're not talking putting food on the table, which is now over $500 a week, when it used to be about 150.
Bro, California is just such a fucking shitty state now when it comes to business. I had no idea until I became an entrepreneur. They're trying to fuck you from all angles. And then as I expand different states, like, I'm in Texas and there, I was like, so much better here. They have perks for businesses. No wonder people are fucking getting the fuck out of here.
Why do you think Elon Musk left?
Yeah.
He's no fool. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
I don't understand the methodology that they're putting in place right now. It just makes no sense where they're literally trying to remove wealthy people from California. But at the same time, I also dabble in the fucking finance. Well, I don't dabble. I have a company in the finance space. And I understand the loopholes and I understand how to make things happen. So I also understand how to make sure that Uncle Sam gets as little as possible.
Yeah.
So
Tax
that's
laws.
like, yeah, let's just play in the gray area.
Bro, general public, which was me just not so long ago, have no idea about the tax breaks laws, man. You can save so much money, bro, through if you do your taxes right.
It's extremely expensive to be ignorant.
Yes.
Extremely expensive to be ignorant.
Didn't you tell me that? No, who said that? I think maybe you told me that, or Alex Ramosi said it costs you, if your salary is $100,000 a year, it costs you $900,000 not to be a millionaire.
Correct.
And I was like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I had a guy the other day. He's like, I got tax problems. And I played this game long enough to know that the only people who tell me they got tax problems these days are people who are fucking broke. So I'm like, okay, tell me about your tax bill. He's like, I had to pay $20,000 in taxes last year. Bro, I nearly laughed. I actually had to like kind of turn my screen because I was like, this motherfucker is kidding me, right? I got people that are paying over $20,000 a week. And he's worried about $20,000 a year. I'm like, dude, I can make that $20,000 go away. It's not hard. But when you're at, like, the real tax isn't so much about when we're in the workforce. most of us are going to get fucked on the back end, like retirement wise. Because if you don't have tax, most people are tax deferring right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Cool. There's an element and there's
Mm-hmm.
like a justification for that. But also, what happens when you have no more income coming in and all of the money that you need to stay like alive? Let's say your cost of living is, just say, $20,000 a month. What happens if now you're paying tax on that full amount every single year? How long does your retirement fund last? If you've retired with, I don't know, most people are shit at saving. So let's say they got 4 million in a fucking 401k, which is a lot for most people.
That is
A lot for most
like
people.
1%, dude,
But they need $250,000
a
a
year.
year just to maintain the lifestyle that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have to pay tax on that $250,000 a year. So they actually have to pull out like over 300 and some change thousand to net 250. That 4 million lasts fucking 8 years if they're lucky.
Yeah.
If they're lucky.
10 years.
And
at
then
most.
what?
That's
They're
crazy.
fucked.
Financial literacy is not taught at all in this country. They don't
No.
teach you how to eat. They don't teach you how to exercise. They don't teach you how to be financially fit.
Well, because it's
Don't.
it's in their best interest not to.
Yeah. To me, it's like, dude, I love it. I love, now when it comes to taxes and, I was like, how can I save more money? What can I write off for business expense?
Of course.
What can I do?
How do I walk the line of between like okay and not okay?
Yeah. Dude, BK Life for me, business expense.
Of course
it
it
is. It falls on a category.
Of course it does.
So everything,
For
the
that, for me,
rental, the food, the fucking everything.
all of it.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you understand how to do that, bro, it's gold. Our fucking coffees right now is a business write-off.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Because off the back of this, there'll be business opportunities that come from somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, we also get to do that because we own businesses and we were prepared to bet on ourselves. Most people won't do that. They're quite happy with their W-2, which is fine. The world needs worker bees too. I'm all about it. Like, I don't judge people for what their zone of genius is or where they want to go.
Yeah.
But then also don't complain about the benefits that I have that you don't have when I am prepared to take all of the risk to be allowed to play in this realm.
Yeah.
So it's like, again, it goes back to like what you were talking about feminism, where it's like you want all the perks of being a woman, but you want all of the benefits that it comes with being a dude as well. And like,
Yeah.
where's the sacrifice? I sacrifice a guaranteed paycheck every single month for the ability to fucking make uncapped income and play in the world of fucking tax loopholes. But also when I wake up tomorrow, there's no guarantee I'm going to make money tomorrow. So everything I have is earned every fucking day. And the day that I decide to kick my feet up and go on a fucking vacation, cool. But I'm also reminding myself that if I go a week on vacation, it doesn't just cost me that week of vacation, it costs me the potential income that I would normally make on a day-to-day basis. So let's say, for argument's sake, I make fucking $1,000 a day and I'm away for 7 days. It's going to cost me $7,000 plus the vacation. If
So it's
that's
more, yeah.
worthwhile, if that's worthwhile and it's a decent trade-off, I run the play. If you're W-2, you get, 2 weeks a year annual leave. Good for you. You get to go on vacation and it costs you nothing. I don't have that luxury, but I have other luxuries that I'm very happy with. So it's all a trade-off. And unfortunately, we've got to a place in society where people think there's just reward with no sacrifice. And then they're all up in arms and pissed off about the fact that we get to do what we do, and they want to do what we do, but also have the guarantees on the back end. It doesn't work.
Yeah. That's because the society fucking teaches you that.
Well, and it's
That's-
shitty parents.
We'll go deeper there. It's because there is no fucking fathers who are there to give you a reality check. And moms obviously want to nurture you and tell you you're so fucking special. You're the best child out there. You're the smartest. You deserve a participation trophy. So they got a bunch of fucking pussies because there's no male role model to tell them that they're not.
And you go a layer deeper than that, and it's the indoctrination of schools. I have to help my son unlearn more shit every day than I have to teach him.
That sucks, bro. Like,
This is last year in school.
it sucks.
This will be the last year in school. I drew the line in the sand. I said to my wife, you need to figure out homeschooling.
You're gonna
This
go
will be the last fucking year. My
Steve
daughter
Ecker?
will never, ever, ever spend a single fucking minute in the school system. Because I have to help him unlearn so much stupid shit. I went to the teacher onboarding day. And I stood in the back and I was like, this can't be real life.
Why?
The amount of stupid shit that they're going to do just because everyone has to be inclusive.
Oh,
And like,
God.
bro, I swear to you, Alex, there's the room that when your kid feels overwhelmed, they can go into this padded room and stroke the wall.
You gotta be kidding.
That's called a fucking insane asylum in South Africa,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, we lock you in a padded room because you're going to harm yourself or other people. Now it's a benefit where if you feel anxious or overwhelmed, we'll put you in this little room and you can stroke the wall until you feel better. What the actual fuck are we doing here?
That's
We came out of that and I said to my wife, this is the last year. Figure it out. And if she can't figure it out, I'll fucking figure it out. But he will not go to school again. This is the last, this is a hill I will die on.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I believe you. I had a client last week in downtown LA. It's a nonprofit organization that helps mentally disabled people with housing and resources.
Okay.
So I walk in, right? And you know me, bro. I walk in, right? And I see fucking these rainbow flags everywhere and these posters. Queer and disabled. Disabled and proud. And it's like disability is not only physical. So their motto is like, you don't have to be on a wheelchair. You're disabled internally. You're queer, you're disabled, this and that. So that's their thing, right? They help people who are not physically disabled, like who's not missing a fucking arm or a leg or disabled, but like disabled here. You know, oppressed by society. Whatever. Business is business. I don't give a fuck. I started doing my thing, take my measurements. I came to collect my check too, right? That shit was not even fucking ready. I have my appointment stacked up. So I'm like, guys, give my check. I gotta go. That was the agreement. So they're making a check. Now their executive who's supposed to sign a check is not there. So now I'm fucking pissed. Like I have a big client in downtown LA now. Now I gotta go meet. So now I'm visibly a little frustrated, right? And this girl, one of the assistants, she's getting anxious. She's looking at me. She's looking at and she's like, oh my God, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. And she's like, I need a pumpkin patch. I'm like, what? She goes into her desk. She takes a pumpkin patch sticker, puts it on her forehead. And she's like, look at me. I'm a pumpkin patch now. I'm relaxed. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I'm the one stressed out because I'm late to my next fucking appointment. Where's my fucking money? Why the fuck are you stressed out? Like, what is wrong with you? It was mind-boggling, bro. And she's like walking out with a sticker of the pumpkin patch. Like, that's, I guess, her coping way of like taking attention off of that and putting on I don't fucking know, bro. I asked my therapist after that. She's like, yeah, it's like a mechanism they teach you nowadays where you take the attention and it will help you relieve anxiety. Bunch of bullshit. I was like, if you're stressed out because I'm annoyed at your ass because you guys didn't do the fucking work, what are you going to do in the real world? Like outside of this building, what the fuck is going to happen to you with a little bit of pressure? You will collapse. This is what I've been dealing with, bro. I left there. I'm like, what the fuck just happened, bro? What just happened? Who is this pumpkin patch fucking creature? I shit you not, man. If it wasn't for the money, I was like, and then the executive comes in and I'm like, bro, I'm going downstairs to get my car. I'm going to pull out in the next 5 minutes. I need my fucking check. Mm-hmm. And he ran down and he gave it to me. I was like, goodbye. Yeah. I'm not going to come here again and, unless I do the business. Because I saw enough.
Dude, I literally, I've charged people like $10,000 more as an arsehole fee.
Is it what fee?
As an arsehole fee. You're an arsehole. I don't want to work with you. I'm going to just slap 10 more grand onto the bill. And if you don't like the price, you don't have to work for me. Yeah. But if you are an arsehole and you pay the price, then I'll handle you because for $10,000 more, I'll swallow it. But it's going to get to a point where I'm just like, dude, there's not enough money for me to like sacrifice my fucking mental peace with some of these fucking stupidity things. Like that situation there, I would have stapled that fucking thing to her forehead. I just grab a stapler and just fucking staple it to her forehead. Now you got something to be anxious about, you fucking idiot.
And the saddest part is that there's these therapists who treat these people, but these therapists themselves are fucking
They're broken.
broken snowflakes. So you have one idiot tell other idiots how to cope with the shit in their life where they don't know how to cope with their own life.
Well, now we can go one layer deeper than that and look at social media. How many frauds are there on social media pretending to be business coaches, fucking more successful than they are, and you see behind the veil and you realize that they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Because again, it's the blind leading the blind. And it's well, I've got my shit together because I can sit in my fucking white jacket in my chair and look prim and proper. So you should trust me and I know what I'm talking about. But then I go home and cry myself to sleep because life's fucking hard. Stop.
Fuck, man. This is the society we live in, bro.
It's hard.
Whew. Man, I talk a lot of smack, dude. But we talk about all the good shit, man. I mean, shit. It's all the shit that keeps piling up that we see on a day-to-day basis, man. That people choose to ignore, but needs to be fucking talked about.
Right.
It needs to be talked about. And unless we talk about it, unless we help other men become fucking men, the whole society is gonna crumble.
Well, what's going to happen is we're going to get to a point where that whole cycle of weak men create hard times. We're just in that space right now where we got a bunch of weak dudes. Shit's going to get really hard. And then dudes like us are going to come out the other side and we're going to fix it. And then there'll be good times. And then there'll be a bunch of weak men who tell us how to live again. And it's just the cycle repeats itself over and over and over again.
Well, my fear is this, man. And I don't have kids. You have kids, right? I don't want, by the time my children grow up, I don't want them to fucking have to go to war in that cycle. Like your son, for example. So I'm doing what I'm doing. Hopefully, by the time they grow up and they enter the real life, there'll still be fucking men present. Because if we let go right now and we allow these dumb fucks to take over, our children would have to go to war.
Well, I think
or live
that's
in poverty.
inevitable. I don't think we can avoid that. I just now prepare my son in the best way possible. Because either way, even if it's not war with guns and knives and stuff, it's just a war about mentality. Like every single day, you and I were against the rest of fucking society who's making us think that we're batshit crazy. Because we hold a standard. We want to be wealthy. We want to leave a legacy. Like I'm very clear on what I want from life. I'm very clear on what I'm leaving my family when I exit stage left on this game called life. With that comes a lot of shit that I don't want to do, but I do it anyway. And I'm training, like, it's going to sound fucking like a little bit sadistic, but I'm training my son to pick up that baton and run with it. Because I can do all of the hard work, and if he's a dipshit, he will fuck it up faster than it took me to create it. So now I have to make him understand what it takes to be this, and how he's going to go from this to the next level and educate him every single day on it. Which is why I have to unlearn 90% of the shit that he learns at school, because he's being indoctrinated to be a little fucking pussy. Dude, they were playing football at school and they were tackling each other. And my wife's phone rings. Your son was getting physical with some other boys.
Get the fuck out of here.
We're going to have to ask you to have a conversation with him. And we don't lay hands on each other.
How the fuck you supposed to play football?
Bro, we would go to school, and if you brought issues into this classroom, they would push the desks to the side, give you a pair of gloves and say, sort it out.
Or after school.
And you would hammer the fuck out of each other until one of you had enough. All boys school.
Jesus Christ, man.
Run the play, dude. Now, he bumped his head. Oh my God. He goes on this jungle gym. He falls down like what would be the equivalent of like three steps. Bumps his head. There's not even an egg on his head, bro. I remember playing at school and having a fucking lump the size of my head on my head and coming home. And my dad's like, oh shit, that's a good one, dude. What happened? Oh, I ran into this other kid. We fucking bumped. I'm probably concussed, but hey, we'll put some ice on it and we'll be fine. Dude, he didn't even have a fucking red mark on his head. You've got to come and fetch Jameson because he bumped his head today and we're worried that he's concussed. I come home because my wife texts me this shit. I come home, I'm like, let me see where'd you bump yourself? I can't see shit. Was it in the back, like under your hairline? Oh no, it was right here. Were you dizzy? No. Did you cry? No. What the fuck? Why are you home? Oh, the teacher sent me home because they're worried that I'm concussed and that I'm a hazard to the school.
Oh my
What?
god, dude.
Get.
Imagine what that does to his psyche.
Well, now he believes that he's supposed to be
Yeah.
hurt when he
Yeah.
falls 3
Yeah.
steps.
Exactly. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked
My-
up.
I-
That's learned behavior. That's learned behavior right
It's
there.
indoctrination, bro.
Yeah.
I watched my daughter fall. So our staircase does this like weird L. I watched my daughter come clanging down one side, and she like recovered, and then she came clanging down the other side. And at the bottom of the stairs, I just kind of looked at her, and she kind of stood up, and she looks around. No one was being dramatic about it. She dusted herself off, and she's like, "Sweet,"
Mm-hmm.
and she just carried on doing what she's doing. But then you get other occasions where I've seen other kids fall down one little step and mom or dad goes batshit crazy and the kid's like, oh, I'm supposed to be hurt right now? Oh, this is bad? Wow. Like, and you see the fucking tears come out and you're like, dude, you fell down one stair. What the fuck?
That's crazy, dude.
So we're just breeding a bunch of soft, entitled little assholes and then you're shocked that that's the way that society goes. And this is the norm now. And it's like, the good thing is that like you, when you decide to have kids, are going to raise killers. My kids are going to be fucking savages. So they're going to rule the world. My
Yeah.
kid's going to come into so much dry powder that he can deploy when the shit hits the fan, that he's going to exponentially grow his wealth. My daughter's going to be a fucking killer. She's 3 already. She's trying to do jujitsu. She's like, dude, you have to sit with your back to the wall and like have your eyes on her head on a swivel, because if you don't, she like kind of creeps up on you and she just fucking takes your neck. She's like, she's a little bit off.
She's a female
I'm cool
version
with
of
it.
you.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. But like, she's going to fucking
Good.
run some shit.
Good.
And it's like, okay, so they're going to have a fuck ton of dry powder. I've got policies in place for them both. I've got a whole bunch of shit in the background that runs for me. They're going to inherit a lot of shit. Good. Now, when everything else is on fire, they're going to be buying while everyone else has to sell because they're fucking stupid. And that's how you go from slightly above average in terms of class to 1%. And then as long as they raise savages themselves and they don't buy into the bullshit, because they realize that, hey man, like there's a lot of bullshit here and I'm winning because my dad put this in play for me, and they run that same play for their kids. That's how you create a fucking legacy that when they look back, they go, holy shit, Wayne Ovenstone was a fucking gangster. He taught Byron well. Byron taught Jameson well. Jameson taught so-and-so well. Now there's a responsibility to maintain this shit
Legacy.
in a way that's actually like earned, not just gifted. Because
Yeah.
otherwise what happens is you turn out like half of these fucking entitled little trust fund babies
Yeah.
who are just gifted shit. They don't understand the responsibility that comes with having that kind of stuff. And then they just blow an entire family fortune in a couple years, and then they wreck it for everyone because, again, it's too easy. They didn't earn shit. My son doesn't have to read to play games. I could just give him the controller. Here you go, kid. Fucking have it. But he appreciates it so much more than his friend circle because he earned the right to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
He earns the right to do everything because
Good.
nothing is gifted. You're not just going to give me $1 million just because you're a nice dude. Like, I'm going to have to earn the right to win that kind of a contract. That's how it works. So I instill it at 9, and my daughter, as soon as she's in a position where she can do some shit, she will do the same. And luckily for her, she'll have more time doing it than he did. And it'll just be more ingrained in her. And that's how you fucking steer the ship in the right direction.
I like that.
And maybe I'm completely wrong.
No,
But
you're not.
let's say worst case I am. They're still good humans for it and they appreciate what they got.
You prepare them for life.
Right.
Yeah. No. It's
So,
good. It's good.
again, black sheep of the family, and I'm cool with it.
I like that. No, that's you're doing the right thing. I 100% believe in that. It's good. Damn, man, we talk a lot about a lot of stuff.
And like nothing about what you wanted to talk about either. We just went on a
No,
fucking
we're on a
tangent.
well, that's what we just talk about shit that we fucking stand for, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talk about everything that we stand for, bro. And here's the cool thing: we were gonna talk some shit. We were,
What? Of course.
but you realize that we don't have that fucking trait, though. That's what people. I notice, like we hang out with people like ourselves. They don't talk shit. Like people who are focused, disciplined, determined. They don't talk. They sit there and talk shit. Yeah, we said a few things. We were gonna talk about it, but I was like, fuck all that. Let's focus on what's important.
Right.
What's valuable? What are our core values?
Mhm.
What are our goals?
Mhm.
What do we do? What are our standards? Fucking shit. We talk about that. I didn't even notice how we didn't talk. Cause it's just not in our fucking DNA, bro.
That, but also, like, honestly, I think we've got to the point where we realize you just can't keep living in the past.
Yeah.
Okay, like, that was a lesson. Shit happened. We learned. We move forward. Like, the when we people are the ones that are the worst for me. Like, I can't go and have a conversation with someone who's like, remember when we used to do X, Y, Z? Fuck you, bro. Like, I don't care about what I did 10 years ago. What did I do today? How did I make today better? I can't recreate that. Like, that shit happened and I learned from it. Now all I can do moving forward is make sure that it doesn't happen again and that I keep moving forward and I'll be 1% better. I'm smarter in my decision making. I have new rules, regulations, and rules that I live by. One of which now is that I won't do business with people who cheat on their wives. Why do you think that is? Because if they cheat on their fucking person who's the only person they ever chose in their life, and they're like, I'm gonna do right by you for the rest of my life, and they can cheat on that person, of course they can cheat on me in business, bro.
Yeah.
Of course they'll fuck me in business. Little life lesson. Cool. So now I don't do business with people who cheat on their spouse.
Oh, you actually had the experience?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
learned that from somebody a long time ago, yeah, and fuck all that.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, cool. Life learned. You can be sour and upset by it and like cry over spilt milk and all the shit that most people do. Or I can go, okay, that was a phase. Like, again, I needed to learn that lesson. Now I just make sure I don't do the same thing over again. And it's just another thing that's like, when I go into business with someone, this is the expectation. I'm clearer. I do my due diligence better because I was too trusting. Of course they're going to do right by me. Why wouldn't they? They said they would. When I say I do something, I do it. I just expect that everyone else does it. Now I'm like, okay, I'm going to go into it with the same framework, but I'm also going to make sure that when you say you're going to do something, you're going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
When you say you are a certain version of yourself, I'm going to double check that and make sure that you are.
Yeah.
Because without it, I'm naive. I can't afford to be naive because the people that pay for it aren't me. It's my wife and my kids and the legacy that I leave for them and the estate that I leave in their name. So like now, I'm even more aggressive because I think about the waterfall effect of the mistakes that I make. I'm okay with fucking getting shafted, but I'm not okay with my kids and my wife paying for it. So it's just like there's a whole nother layer that I've just slapped on here. It's like,
Wow.
just dial it in. Dial it in.
I like that. I believe that. Damn, man. I'm okay with getting shafted, but not okay with my family going through it.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
Yeah, because it's inevitable, right? We're going to get through. I mean, you've had business partners, you've had opportunities where you've kind of got shafted or it didn't go according to plan.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it happened to me, but that's cool. Like, I can bounce back from that.
Yeah.
But when it impacts my ability to put food on the table for my kids or my wife,
Yeah.
now we got a problem.
Straight
Because
up.
I made a commitment to them and I made promises to them and I will not fuck that up.
Fuck yeah. I like that. I want you to tell them what you do now, what your main focus is now before we wrap this up, because
Okay.
I know you have valuable skills.
Mhm.
And I always like to promote my guests, my friends,
Appreciate it.
because I think what you're doing is very important
Yeah.
for the general public and in general, like, you know, for me at least as a business owner or for others out there who want to secure their finances. So let them know what you're about now, what's your main area of focus.
So now I'm back in finance. I don't work for the banking system anymore. They have enough money. I work for like the average Joe. Well, I say average Joe. I work with anyone. Not so average
Yeah.
Joe, but like I work with business owners specifically is like my real passion project because I can do the most cool shit with them. But I also have like a lot of SWAT operators, firefighters, police officers. I work with them too. But long story short, what I do is I help you make more money. I hope you preserve your money and I hope you leave a bigger legacy. So anything that encompasses that, comprehensive financial planning, tax saving strategies, investment management, estate planning, legacy planning, trusts, treasuries, all of that shit. I kind of dabble in a little, well, I don't dabble. I'm fucking good at it. I've got more degrees than a
No,
thermometer.
you are.
So I'm in that space and that's what I do now. So yeah, man, we bring you on board. I don't help people that I can't help.
Yeah.
So like I mean, we had a conversation.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, dude, you're actually fucking bulletproof. You don't need me right now. Run the play that you're playing. And then when like the next thing happens, if there is an opportunity for me to do something for you, more than happy to do it. But I'm not in the business. And this is one of the reasons why I exited the other business, is because I'm not in the business of just taking your money for the sake of taking your money.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sit right in here for me. I have to. There's a book, I can't remember the name of it now, but the guy talks about like transactions, and it has to be two ways. It has to be a win-win. If I take a priceless painting and I give it to a guy in fucking Alaska in exchange for fucking some fur, like, dude, that's not a fair transaction. I get the fur, it's a win for me, but what the fuck does he do with that painting? Hang it in his igloo? Like, there's no benefit to him of having that painting. Versus, I can take a $50 shotgun and I can trade it for $5,000 worth of fur.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a fair trade because it's not about the money transaction. It's a value.
The value.
Now he's got capacity to get more fur, and I've got $5,000 worth of cool fur. Assuming I was into fur, I'm not.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird if I was. But like, so I have to be involved in those transactions. And when I read that, I was like, so much clicked for me. Where it's like, I have exited so many businesses because I didn't feel that there was a fair transactional of like value for money or vice versa. Now it's like, okay, dude, I work with people that I know I can help. I work with people that I like and trust. I am an elitist. I'll fucking wear that on, like, that's a badge of honor to me. That chick, she didn't no idea what she did for my confidence at that point. I was like, yeah, you're fucking right, I am.
You earned your right,
Right.
to work with the elite.
Yeah. And it's like, I also don't want to, I never want to look at my phone, see a number pop up and go, oh, fuck, this guy again. I don't want to work, if that's the thing that goes through my head, I don't want to work with that person. There's not enough money on earth for me to be able to go, okay, let me deal with this shit. Like, I want to work with people I know, like, and trust, and I want to help them win. And then the more I help them win, the more I win in return. It's a fucking win-win all around.
Good. No, I
So-
think, yeah, I think you look and you feel more happier, more relieved. You know, you feel like you're back on the right track. Because last time, you know, when I saw you were recording, you know, it was a little bit of a limbo, but you told me what your plan was and you followed through. And yeah, I like what your company stands for, what you stand for, because, you know, like I said, I had the call and I met, you know, what the other colleague of yours, and it was the right questions that were asked, and it was no bullshit that was given. It wasn't like, you know, imaginary fucking upsell. It was quality time spent. It was good questions, and it was like, hey, cool. Like, in case, you know, you pivot this way or that way, then come back and talk to us. But up until that point, we're not just gonna drain your fucking money for the cause. And I respect that a lot. I like that. So that's why I want the public to know what you do, and, you know, then them come to you, because no bullshit.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
And some the reason I like this space is because it's philosophy based, like the fitness and nutrition space. Like, I have a philosophy that I work with, and it's like, if you came to me and you're like, I don't have health insurance, I'm like, Alex, I'm not going to talk to you anymore until you get your health insurance. Why? Because, again, I learned that I spoke to this woman. She's $1 million in debt because she didn't have life insurance and her husband had back-to-back heart attacks. He couldn't afford the fucking bills. Now there's some, like, $1 million and some change in debt. I'm like, I don't know how to fix that. Like, that, you're in your fucking late 50s. Like, okay, we're fucked, yeah. Like, this is a problem. She leveraged her house and all sorts of shit. It's not like the medical bills ran up that much. Well, they probably did. I don't know how it works. I'm not very attuned on the medical system. But she had to basically leverage her house. And I'm like, okay, so now you owe more on your house. She went to like a loan shark as well, which is fucking batshit crazy. But anyway, so it's like, okay, now I won't work with you if you don't have a health insurance. And then once you got health insurance, it's okay, like, there's 8 phases that we're going to go through, from financial security to, like, independence and financial independence and whatever you want to call it. But, like, we have to have the risk off stuff first and then the risk on stuff afterwards, because retirement requires money coming into the system. If the money's not coming into the system, I can't do anything with it. I had some kid, this is how delusional the fucking kids are today. He's like, dude, I want to retire in 4 years. So how old are you? Just turned 18. Okay. What do you make currently? I make $1,000 a month. Okay. And how much do you spend a month? 900 to 1,000. Okay. What do you want me to do? Well, I'd like to retire in the next 4 years. okay, what's it going to take to retire in 4 years? Well, I need to basically have $1,000 a month coming in, and then I can retire because the money's coming in, and I just use it, and it's fine. Cool. Let's run this math real quick, bro, because clearly you're fucking math retarded. You want to give me maybe $100 a month, which is $1,200 a year for the next 4 years. So let's call it $5,000 to be generous. You want to give me $5,000 over the next 5 years or 4 years, and you want me to create a lifetime of wealth for you after that, so that you can draw $1,000 a month and not have to work. Yes. Bro, are you understanding what I'm just saying to you? You need $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. You're going to give me $4,800, and I'm going to create $12,000 a year recurring for the rest of your life. Let's pretend you live to 90, and let's just say you're 20 now for easy math. That's 70 more years on this planet at $12,000 a year, and I'm going to create that amount of money in 4 years from $5,000. If I could do that for you, motherfucker, I wouldn't be in this chair right now because I'd be sipping margaritas on a fucking beach somewhere.
I'll do that for me first.
Right. And I wouldn't be sipping margaritas. That sounds horrible. I'd be fucking doing something else. But like,
Yeah.
I'd have 10,000 acres with a fucking huge river running through it, a fucking 10,000 square foot gym, all the recovery stuff, and I'll just be clanging and banging and fucking doing whatever I do.
That's crazy.
But like, that's the level of delusion. I'm like, bro, I can't help you until you figure out your stupidity.
That's delusion.
Like, you're not ready to work with someone like me because I'm
Yeah.
gonna hurt your feelings.
Jesus, that's delusion, bro. That's mental health.
But that's
issues.
unhealthy delusion. Like me saying I'm gonna have 150 clients in a year because the average person has 50.
That's a goal.
Right. And I've reverse engineered it. So this is how many calls I make a day. This is how many Zoom meetings I hold. This. You look at my calendar next week. My wife, she's starting to understand the animal that she married. But she's like, motherfucker, you like, when do you pee? I'm like, I don't. She's like, how do you not have to go to the toilet? I'm like, lady, because I just don't need to. I have this thing called bladder control. And at 7 a.m. when I roll into the office, or 7:30 when I roll into the office, I'm in my chair and I'm in Zoom meetings until 6:30 that night. And then I run the play the next day. And that's how I'm going to get to 150 clients. She's like, you're kind of crazy. I'm like, yeah, but it's going to be what allows you to live the life that you live, and it's going to give the kids the legacy that I want to leave for them.
Amen. Amen, brother.
So she's starting to understand it. And if we go back to that like whole balance thing, there is no balance right now. But like I said to her as well, I'm going to run this play for the next 5 years. And if I do 150 clients a year for 5 years, that's fucking retirement shit. At that point, one, I could either just set that shit on autopilot and kind of step away completely, or I can just sell the book of work for an obscene amount of money to another advisor, which I'm kind of offy about because I think it's kind of shitty to bring people in to work with me and then be like, oh yeah, but in 5 years I'm going to sell you to so-and-so because there's a dollar value to your head. So I'll probably just service those like 800 people or so. And then I don't have to get a new client again. But what's fucking crazy is that the work ethic, the attention to detail and everything that I got going on right now is why I'm able to land like 12 clients in a month. Because I do right by the people to where like you come in and I'm like, Alex, you don't need me right now, dude. I would love to fucking do something with you, but now's not the time because you don't need me. And that builds a level of trust because most people go, oh, Alex, I could do this for you and I could squeeze $50 out of you, $100 out of you, fucking $5,000 out of you. And now it feels like a sleazy transaction where you're like, this guy just fucked me. So the next time someone's talking about finances, you're like, I know a guy, his name's Byron. And he's a good dude because he's not just about trying to make a quick fucking buck.
Yeah.
Which is why I've got guys from when I moved to the US that have been in my ecosystem for 5 years now. And they still pick up the phone. What's going on, dude? How can I be of service to you? Where can you add value for me? Because it's not transactional. It's not like, oh, I just need to get as much out of you because I'm so scarcity mindseted that I'm worried that if I don't draw $5,000 out of you today, tomorrow you're going to disappear. That's fucking crazy.
It's a mindset of you nurturing your relationship with people. It's important. Damn. Oh, man, we went on for a while, dude. But I
Wait,
love it.
like 2 fucking hours?
I loved it. Yeah. This is good. Well, I'm glad you told them, dude. And if you guys are out there, you're looking for a person who's trustworthy, who has a good track record, who's not there to bullshit you and take your fucking money, I suggest you hit up this guy. And I will drop his information on the comments below. Make sure to follow him, give him a like. He's a beast in the gym. He's a beast in personal life. He's a beast in what he does. Fuck, man, it's an honor to know you, bro.
Appreciate you.
And call you a friend, man.
Thank
So
you.
you guys have to fucking reach out to him. Don't be fucking delusional and ask him how to retire in 4 years when you make $1,000 a month.
Right.
But if you know how to operate money, if you own a business, if you're willing to put in work, and if you're realistic, make sure to hit up Byron.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool shit we can do. We can make you live a very prosperous retirement. My goal is to make sure that people don't spend a penny more than they have to in taxes. So we're going to fucking explore every single loophole that's legal where I don't lose my fiduciary license, obviously.
Yeah.
But like retire like a fucking king, dude.
Fuck
I
yeah.
can't think of anything worse than when I decide to hang up my boots, which I probably never will. I don't think dudes like us ever do
Yeah,
retire.
man, I don't
But-
think about retirement.
What I'm calling my retirement is where I decide to work because I love working, not
Yeah,
because I have
that's
anything left to
retirement.
do. It's like I've got so much backed up and stacked up and everything is on like to a point where I'm like, I wake up today and I decide I'm going to work because I want to work, not because I need to make sure that I've got this shit on play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do that for everyone else now too. To where like when you get to retirement, you're like, dude, I've got like fucking $20 million and I'm going to blow this shit through the fucking roof because it's my 20 million to blow. And then what's awesome is that I'm going to still leave fucking 5 million or 10 million to my kids because I'm so stacked and so yoked and I've done the shit and I've laid down the foundations. Like even without what I leave behind, my kids will pass on at least $2 million each. If they do nothing else, if they're retarded with their money and they run up obscene amounts of stupidity, they will still pass down over $2 million to their kids.
Yeah.
Now, if they're smart, they're not going to pass it to their kids. They're going to pass it to their grandchildren because they're going to skip a generation because they're going to pass what I leave for them to their kids. Now, think about the compounding effect of that shit.
Oh, yeah.
We're not looking at a 60-year now. We're looking at 120 years of compounding. Motherfucker.
Generational
That's
wealth.
generational change.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what I do.
Fucking love it, man. Love it. Damn.
So it's-
There you go. There you go. You heard it. Bro, thanks for coming out, man.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for
having
coming
me.
out. Thanks for being here. Always a pleasure. Always a good time. Always a lot of learning. And yeah, man, you're gonna fucking blow up, bro. Next time we're here, you're gonna fucking crack down the whip on them and pull out some other crazy shit, bro.
We'll talk about taking
I believe in
something
you.
else, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
believe in
what's next, but
Thank you. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to share with others, extract some value from it. Subscribe, like, follow this beast out here. I'll make sure to tag him in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching us. Thanks for supporting us. And I'll see you guys next time. Byron, appreciate you, my man.
thanks, my brother.
Let's do it.
GGs.